We should be live. Let's see if I'm showing up here. All right. Sweet. Hi, everyone. I am currently waiting for folks to start showing up in the chat room. Let's see here. I need to do... Why can I not do... Oh, come on. Don't be dumb. I was just doing it. Now you don't want to work. Now you don't want to work. Oh, wait. No, it's there. Let's go. Cool. Hopefully y'all can... Yeah, okay. That's right in front of my face. There we go. Sweet. They look good. Awesome. So we're just waiting for the guys to show up. Waiting for the boys to drop in. We have today... Oh.
Yo.
How is it going?
How's it going?
Hey.
Oh, do I need to show my dice total in the top? Might not be a bad idea.
You may not need to. I mean, it depends on what system we're playing. How's it going, buddy?
What's up? Good to see you.
If we're doing like ECD6, we should be fine.
Yeah. Let me start testing out some stuff here. Sing a song. Make some audio.
Check. Test. 1, 2. Check.
Okay. Thank you. I can never remember if I'm supposed to have audio output on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, turn my fan off.
Dude, it's way too hot for me, man.
Stream.
Yeah.
It's the best part. It's at least a third.
I got mine going, but that's because it's like almost 80 degrees in this house because our AC is broken. What are you having trouble with, Adam?
I have to open up two OBSs. One to make my virtual camera,
right,
and the other to capture Discord.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Wait, did you pay for StreamYard?
No, I'm just using the free version. You get to... So basically what I'm doing is I have StreamYard pulled up, like streaming my my Discord tab on Google Chrome. And then I have myself in the what's it called? The... like on the stage, essentially. But I have the Discord full screened, so it's still catching my audio, but it's also getting y'all's audio. Yeah. I was gonna try to stream from OBS, but it took one look at my Mac and said, "Nuh-uh." I basically had
No
to
bueno.
uninstall OBS and then reinstall it in order to get it to work again because it just kept crashing on boot. It was terrible.
Ooh. Well, I got my video and audio good here. I think it looks better. I think I sound better. I don't know.
Yeah, you got
You sound
you got a
great,
lav
yeah.
mic.
I don't remember what it's called, honestly. But it's like $50 mic that I found.
Nice.
Nice.
Amazon.
How do I sound?
Amazon. Yeah.
You sound
Am
you
I
sound
okay?
fine. Yeah,
Okay.
you're kind of muffled, but I don't know
Oh,
if
really?
it's like I can hear you clearly. Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, it is kind of a muffled sound, but it's not unintelligible or anything. Like, it sounds fine.
Okay. I'm just using my webcam mic. So,
Okay.
hope it's okay.
Yeah, it's good. Only thing is, I didn't get around to getting Sophie's dice in time. That's okay with y'all. I just have
Yeah.
dice
Okay
right
with
here.
me.
I didn't have it set up last time we played, so it's all copacetic.
Okay. All right.
Oh heck yeah, I sound great.
And my dice are my dice regular? Is that backwards for you
No,
guys?
no, you're good. I was worried about the same
Okay.
thing. Like, it's weird. It's showing me. Am I backwards? Is my no dice backwards up here on the corner?
No.
No, it's
Cool, okay.
correct.
Discord's tricky like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophie's dice
Bill
is.
came on around 9 last time, so
Yeah.
I don't know. He sort of will just whatever, wait for him to come. Shoot the shit.
Yeah, sure.
So have you guys been playing any 4D games? Like offline or only what's online? If you're playing, I'm seeing them.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Adept is going to be busy with stuff, so I won't play Miros Doomed, the Mithras game, for a while. But I have one that we did, but it's just I finally got around to editing it, so I'm going to drop that one tomorrow, episode 3.
Cool.
I put a cool little intro for it.
Nice.
Nice.
I wrote a little tune, like a 30
Oh, for
second.
real?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you do composing, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
every now and then.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's okay.
That's cool.
Wait, you write music too, Uriah, right? Or
Yeah,
play?
yeah. I play guitar and I sing, but I play more like country and bluegrass and stuff like that. I used to do like hip hop and pop sort of back in like 2019, stuff like that. But I've grown up.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I've seen your guitar playing videos.
Yeah.
They sound very nice.
Thanks, man. Yeah, those videos are somewhat old. I've improved, I think, a little bit since then.
It sounded great to me.
Thanks.
I can't. I played a few instruments, but I can't really do them that well. More of singer songwriter.
Sure.
Yeah. What about you, Adam? What do you do outside of role playing?
I used to play the saxophone when I was in high school.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
But
Cool.
it's right over there, but I haven't touched it.
I haven't touched it since, yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I just whistle. That's my connection to music these days. Humming along and whistling.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Dude, I'm humming all day since I was a kid. I'm always humming something. But I can't whistle. If I could whistle, I would whistle all day. I'm jealous of you.
I love whistling, yeah. It's the best.
That's my whistle.
I don't want to know anything about you guys except the role-playing stuff. I'm kidding.
Right? Yeah. Some of these guys get online and they don't talk. Not in 4D. Just like out there, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just perpetual lurkers.
I was scraping the bottom of the barrel. I went on meetup.com and I went and met some people up for some, what was it? It was I can't remember. It was just like a story game, and it was rough. And then like the next day or in that week is when I emailed Rick. I was like, I can't. I gotta try something else.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys are doing this on PC stuff.
Yeah.
I just need to get the reps. I just need more experience.
Yeah. That's
I need more reps too, yeah.
That's definitely the way that I feel.
I'm so scared to GM. I am so scared to GM.
I was too. It's more so coming up with the premise. You know, coming up with the premise is the hardest part. And then trying to be...
You got a good one, though.
Yeah. I don't know how I got that lucky. I don't know how I got that lucky with military and action. Like, that's a match made in heaven.
It's such a wide open thing. You still came up with like a pretty drilled down idea.
And then we ended up doing like Nazis in Vietnam or something like that. It was weird. I put it in a helicopter. I was looking it up after the fact. I'm like, how prevalent were helicopters used in World War II? It's barely. They're like not used at all. So I'm like, yeah.
It's funny when I hear people talk about like military stuff and like specialized guns and stuff. I'm like, I don't know about that stuff really.
Yeah.
But then when I heard the helicopter, I was like, I don't think that's right.
Dude, the first thing I did was try to steer my parachute, and you can hear Phil go like, I think, and then he sort of went along with it, but it was a mistake.
I mean, you got the handles.
It's fine though.
We're special ops, so we have special stuff.
Yeah.
When I get GM tonight, though, I'm just gonna let you guys do everything. I'm gonna be a reactionary, 100% reactionary.
That's the goal.
Dude, I what is it called? Stalled. That's the term everybody here uses. I stalled on a bunch of turns too, man. It's tough. I love this. I love it, but it's tough.
Yeah. It requires a lot to get into that frame of mind to like, because it's like when I did my training session with Rick, one of the first bits of advice that he gave me was just like, keep it simple, because I was taking like 5 turns in a row, but he's like, just say where you are, say what you're doing, say what your character says, just leave it at that.
When Elf Hunter did my training, and I thought I did so good. I was so proud of myself. And then Zonalar did the review, and he was
right.
I mean, it was a great review. But then he was like, "This feels really slow." I was like, "Okay, I could try to pick it up." And then when I played with you and Phil, you guys were going so fast.
Really? You felt like we were going fast? I had to. Yes. I was listening back to our session last time. Because I'm wanting to do like a reaction to it and kind of a criticism again on it.
I'll go, dude. Let's tweet together.
Yeah. But
do you want? I mean, whatever. You can do your own thing. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to join, I'll jump in or I'll do my own. But you do your thing. No pressure. But if you want to.
Well, now that I got StreamYard figured out, I think we could definitely swing that. I think that could be cool. But I was like trying to, I'm here listening to it. I'm like taking these long pauses in between my turns. Or in between the words that I'm saying, I'm like, I had to put it on like 1.3 times speed to make it listenable.
No, it was
I listen to everything at increased speed. I just started like from now on the videos I upload, I put like 1.6 times.
I saw that. Yeah, I was listening to your training session with Rick. I'm like, it helps, And Rick,
you sped it up?
Yes.
Yeah, before you uploaded
the video.
Yes.
You got to put a warning on the front.
I should.
I tried slowing it back down.
Do you think that was Okay, that was maybe too fast, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
still watched yours. I watched yours at 2 times speed. It must have been on
Oh.
top of the 1.6.
Yeah. I'm a slow
I'm
talker.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
yeah, I mean, I
Well,
think
that is one thing. I will be indecisive, and I'm trying to be better at that,
yeah,
and just go fast and say something.
yeah,
I'm still like this is so new that like it hits me, and so I have to think a lot.
mhm,
Like the role playing bit, like you get like, oh, what would I do?
yeah,
And then so much time passes while I'm thinking. I gotta be quick like Uriah and Phil and Elf Hunter.
you got to get that.
Or
it's just getting the reps in.
yes, first time I did a UNPC, I had the GM, and I was flying by the seat of my pants. Everything I said, I thought of like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah,
There was no
Yeah.
plan of a premise or whatever.
Mhm.
And then like the next few times I was playing, and I'm like, I had to psych myself up. I like convinced myself. I'm like, yeah, I know what I want to do, and I just like speak
Yeah.
with confidence. I have to do that because
Mhm.
have to psych myself up.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I play Beer and Pretzels, D&D. So like, I have like this is perfect. I love that we're able to shoot the shit a little bit to loosen me up. But I would just drink wine and we'd have snacks, and that helps me loosen up.
Yeah.
So I drank wine when we played Uriah.
Oh yeah,
and
I
it
noticed.
did not help at all. So today
Made
I'm
it
drinking
worse.
coffee. I'm gonna see if the coffee works for 4D, because wine does not work for
No.
4D for me.
No.
Coffee helps for me, but that's because I'm such a slow tempo person. It
Yes,
gets my brain juices going when I
Yeah.
have it.
same with me. The connection between my brain and my mouth it goes somewhere. It goes a long distance. You should count your lucky, Uriah. It's a good skill.
Mm. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like honestly, the other thing is it being live. I know you were kind of joking, David, but it puts pressure
Yeah.
like in the back of your head. And then Phil, like whatever. Come on, I get a little starstruck. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
Phil, and we're live,
Yeah.
all live on Rumble, and he's like talking to the, hey everybody, and it's like, oh god, that's like I have to perform.
And I don't know if it's worse. I don't know if it's worse, because on YouTube, obviously there's more viewers, like more of the people in the Discord are YouTube users. So when it comes to Rumble, it's a lesser view count. I don't know if that's worse because it's like the diehard hardcore 4D people,
Yeah.
so they're like hanging on every word that we say or something like that. I don't know.
I put my I'm trying to get my YouTube presence up, so whatever, not for just whatever. So I went and put in the description. I had to change it to be like, this is not for entertainment. This is for educational purposes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
don't expect to be entertained. I'm gonna leave that for the dice gods. You can be entertained by those guys.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Put that on my channel
I love it.
description too.
I love how everybody posts stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I might start posting. You guys have some good stuff. You got like the opinion stuff. I love watching everything. So I might as well. Maybe I'll get some games under my belt, so I feel like I might have something to add. But because I don't feel like I have much to add at the moment.
You think of something. If you think of something, write it down.
Yes.
Yeah, I have been.
That's very helpful.
Like 5-minute video on whatever my take on this.
Yeah.
Like lots of good topics pop up.
Like one that I'm trying to put together is it's talking about the facets of interaction and role playing. So most people think of social interaction when they talk about role play, but there's also the setting interaction. Picking up a mug or a tankard and like swinging your sword, like those physical interactions your characters have with the world. You know, that kind of stuff. That stuff gets neglected, and that's how you get the Mother May I, you know, the mechanics talk, the out of character stuff. You know, if you understand that, you know, speaking in character means that you're also narrating your character's actions, like it eliminates a lot of that nonsense, that extra noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on an idea because a lot of people. So don't take this idea because this is going to be one of my videos, guys. Is that
Post your idea the day before.
But just generally, like, it seems to me that most of the people in this Discord came from like a pretty heavy gaming, like wargaming style, and I didn't have that history. Like I was telling you right last time, I feel like I'm pretty new to the hobby altogether. So when I was searching for like, I've been trying to bounce around because nothing felt true, right?
Yeah.
So then when I this felt right, but I spent more time thinking that the story game was the one for me. So when people crap on that and like, oh yeah, well, you know, we 4D and we war game. Story gaming is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel that way at all. I know that it's separate from 4D, but I thought I had a good time doing it. So I want to I think I can add to the conversation when it comes to that.
Sure.
Because you know you pull it's a little bit of everything.
What kind of games? So when you say story games, it's kind of like a Sasquatch term, or like a, you know, people say it a lot, but I don't really know what they mean when they say it. So like what games were you playing?
Blades in the Dark,
okay.
Forged in the Dark system, which is like they literally like there's a structure to the night. Which is like a heist format, and you do like you have like a mini, like they break it down to make it into like a story arc.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then for most of the time you're metagaming, like writing the story together, and then at the very end you're supposed to play the heist out, but it's like these retroactive stuff like, oh, I happen to have this, and like, oh, I happen to know a guy. So you're still writing live when you're doing the heist. But it felt like the answer, because I was like trying to get my players to play more, and I thought, well, like if I could make them be the GM, and we're all sort of GMs, we're all sort of thinking in that meta thing, then it would work, and it at least got them outside of the D&D. So then, if I bring them outside of D&D, then it's like, oh, okay, well there is more to this than, you know, because a lot of people just get locked into D&D and they're like tunnel vision. So it's like, hey, there's other ways we can play this. Break it open and then funnel down into role play.
Totally.
I'll look forward to that video. And
but I have to build
VR right after.
I have to build my way to it because I don't want to be known as the guy in this Discord that's the story gamer.
It'll be fine.
You'll be all right. If Tyler can defend Pathfinder, then you can defend story. I was watching Phil and Max's stream, and I thought Phil's idea of doing the 2.5D play, I thought that was interesting. I don't think it's my style because I'm really, you know, I come from a 5th edition background, so my experience is very much in the realm of like, okay, here's your character's build and here's how you optimize and all that sort of stuff. And I still kind of like have to get away from that sometimes myself. But yeah, just like finding a way to sort of bridge that gap between the two, and really get immersed in the fiction of what you're trying to do, that sort of thing.
Yeah, like I think you can. I mean, they're doing it right. They're 4Ding 5th edition.
Yeah.
You just have to ignore a bunch of crap and like sort of just play it the way you want to play it. But it's fine. I mean, it's.
I've thought a lot about.
They're probably not great, but
I've done a lot of thinking about, you know, how incompatible the D&D style of play is with 4D or with role playing in general. because a lot of especially like OSR style
Yeah.
play, a lot of it is procedural. I used to, and I still kind of am. I still like Bandits Keep, the YouTube channel Bandits Keep. Super OSR type guy. Super nice dude. Like he has some good stuff on his channel, but it's all sort of from the OSR slant. He put out a video talking about how to add procedure to a non-procedural game, and I'm like, role play. I think that's sort of the better option to role play, But I mean,
it's just comforting for people to be able to have that procedure.
And I can understand. I can understand the kind of person who is new to the hobby and they don't really understand what the purpose of role playing is. They're the 1D style player who treats it like a board game. When the reins are taken off and you don't have dice rules for stuff like social encounters, things like that, when you don't have concrete rules written for those things, but you have all these rules for combat, it's like, okay, well, let's just get to the game,
Yeah.
And of course, the whole idea of rolling dice being synonymous with playing the game. I've sort of had to get my the 5th edition players that I play with, my table. Shout out to the Vigilant Company of the Golden Scale, by the way. Are you
live streaming this right now?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but getting them away from sort of that idea of...
You gotta warn me, man.
I had no idea this whole time.
That's my bad. But getting them
everyone's
used...
gonna know my video idea.
I can clip it. I can trim it. I don't know. But yeah, just...
You're like my parents who are like, oh, put me on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Without me knowing.
That's my bad. But yeah, we are live. That's funny.
That's okay.
I gotta show y'all my Shauner dice.
Wait, are you live on YouTube right now? Are we live on YouTube right now?
Yeah, you are on my YouTube channel.
Is anybody watching?
There was. Where's my viewer count? No, not anymore. There one person popped in and then they disappeared.
This is my warm-up period.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be behind the curtain.
Right. Oh yeah, those Shauner dice are cool.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
I was looking all over. I'm like, what font did he use or whatever? I don't remember who.
I was looking through his channel recently, and I've seen him before, of course, but I just now I'm realizing he had like 4,000 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would just stream, and it's weird.
3,000 for Skyrim.
Yeah,
I know.
You go back on his channel and you look back at his oldest videos. Really, a lot of his oldest videos, like the old ones, are like 13, 14 years old. But when he started posting more regularly, they're only like about a year, 2 years old. It's kind of insane. He just churned them out like that.
We need another Shauner. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's eye-opening seeing all that content. Like people will watch one video or more like part of one video and say, "You didn't explain 4D. I don't get it. This is wrong."
Yeah.
But you look at his channel, he's explained it like hundreds of videos. Or dozens at least.
Yeah. And for me,
or he says, "Go read my book."
And that's what made it click for me. Like, because of course because I used to be in the OSR, like that used to be my thing. And before OSR, I did 5th edition. But I had friends in the OSR and stuff like that. And then, of course, like Shauner goes after them. I'm like, what's going on here, dude? And I start watching a lot of his videos. I'm like, okay, you're talking a lot about what roleplay isn't. When are you going to talk about what roleplay is? And he's like, read my book. Yeah. So I get the book. I'm like, oh, it all clicked. It all makes sense now.
Mhm.
Why do you not ask questions to the GM? Because the GM's not there. You're supposed to be in character, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, similar story for me.
Mm.
I had seen a few of his videos. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on, but I figured something was there. I was like, it seems like this guy knows something, so I subbed, even if I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand what was with these long intros. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And eventually, I come back, and he's talking about how you shouldn't say you see, you feel, you smell because you're controlling the player's characters. And I'm like, no, you're not. That's just describing the scene, And he said, oh, you're not interested in role play, are you? And I got all mad and unsubbed. And eventually, I realized he was right about everything, but never really got to talk with him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to have a really short, like a couple exchanges in a comment section. And he had, I had asked, because of course he was real big on sci-fi, Traveler and stuff like that. I'm like, I was still honed in on fantasy. So I said, what's a good fantasy system to play that you would recommend for, proper role playing? And he didn't give me a recommendation. He said, how do the characters accomplish what they want to do? And I said, what the heck does that mean? And now it's, later on it clicked. He's like, oh, he's not just going to give me the plug and play answer. He's telling me to figure it out for myself, to examine, why is a D20 not the best die mechanic to use? How does the probability work and that sort of thing?
Yeah. It's eye-opening.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you wonder, what is he thinking? Where does this conversation go? And sometimes I think, for these 4-hour live streams, and he goes on all these tangents with people. I'm like, why is he doing that? And I wonder if it's on purpose, because he just wants to just have a kind of a relaxing conversation where you think about all kinds of ideas.
Yeah. Some of my favorite
get the juices flowing.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of my favorite videos that he has made are the ones that he did with Tyler. If you go on Tyler's channel and you look through his live streams, he's got tons of videos with all different folks. He's done a lot. He did a series with Max, but he's got a really good video with Shauner talking about die mechanics, and Tyler kind of not necessarily defends the D20, but it is explaining how the dice in Pathfinder work to Sean. And, Sean's like, okay, well, what if you do it this way? And why is this done this way? And how does this look? And, okay, what does this look like at the table? And Tyler's just firing back, okay, well, here's how it works, and this is this, and then, well, then you add this, and, that sort of thing. It was a really cool conversation.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I think he was big on partial success and partial failure. That's one of the reasons he doesn't like the D20 and likes the bell curve. But a lot of people here like the D100, especially for simple, quick games, which is the same. It's either pass or fail, right? So, I had a great time. I only did that one game with you, David, and it was great. It was simple, So it feels more like you can handle that in roleplay, so it doesn't come up as much. In fact, I don't know, I can make an argument that the partial fail, partial pass almost is more rigid in a way, but I have to play more. I'm playing Traveler with Rick, so I'm excited to try it out.
Nice. Well, even in D100, you can still do, the partial success and that sort of thing. I want to say, what is it, Call of Cthulhu? They have it where if you roll a fifth of your total score, that's it's either, okay, what is it?
It's hard or extreme success.
Yeah. It's like their kind of a crit,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, I guess if you have a crit, just
Mhm.
crit in general, it sort of takes care of that.
Because you can also do like a blackjack sort of thing where you're trying to roll under your score but as high as possible. You can apply different thresholds and have that idea. I'm working on a game based off of a system that Space Roadie came up with. It's a 2d6 roll under, and it's been really interesting trying to get it all put together. For my first, well, it's weird because it's the third iteration of the game. Because I wrote it first for the Black Hack, which is D20 roll under, and then I did Total Party Skills, which is D6s, and now I'm writing it for the system's called Persona Non Grata, or at least the game that it's based off of is. And it's been like, I feel like that die mechanic, it kind of scratches all the itches for me. I love D6s because they're dead simple, but it's roll under, so it's skill based, it's roll under, that sort of thing. I love how Rhodey came up with the damage dice. So basically how it works is when you roll 2d6, you're good, brother. When you roll 2d6 for your attack, of course you're rolling under, but your damage is based on what kind of attack you're doing. So, for example, you roll 2d6, you get a 5. If you're doing a melee attack, you're taking the lower die. If you do a piercing or like slashing attack, you take the higher. If it's a gunshot, you add them together. So you're getting like all the information that you need from that one die roll. And I thought that was so freaking cool. I'm like, this is the sickest thing in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I like simple dies and simple rules. So if you can add a little complexity to it, it's just using what you get. That's cool. Huh. Are you joining that Shadow Darkade? You're in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Phil's in my chat. He's saying that his family's taking some time, taking their sweet time.
All good.
Yeah, so I'd planned on doing a test stream earlier today, getting OBS set up. Oh, cool. He's getting up now. And I pull up OBS, I get it connected to my YouTube, and it crashes immediately. And I keep trying to open it back up, and it just keeps crashing. So I had to, because I had this cool idea of like, I was going to play the background music while the stream was getting set up, and like the starting soon thing was going to scroll across the screen, and didn't work out.
I was hoping this would like go under the radar for a little bit so that I could get some practice. But everybody wants to make a big splash, so I got to practice on stage.
Yeah. I think it's cool though. I mean, it's putting your money where your mouth is. It's that.
No, I don't have any money. That's the problem. I'm on the bottom rung of the right ladder. But
yeah,
I think you're fine.
Yeah, the community aspect.
I'm the guy. I've always been the guy that's like, I'll do whatever my friends want to do. And if I'm the worst one there, I'm just happy to. I'll hustle.
Yeah.
Fine. You going to play basketball? I suck at basketball, but I'll do my best.
Oh, dude, me too. We should make a league. The 4D league.
Yeah.
So
I walk up to the basket and I throw the ball.
Uh,
It misses.
we need more. We need more mediocre. That's my job.
Yeah.
I'm bringing mediocre
Yeah.
4D. It's got to be a beginner friendly style, or else it won't take off.
And honestly, I mean, it's you're kind of throwing yourself to the dogs with doing on PC. But I think I find on PC is sort of like the pickup. Talking about basketball, it's sort of the pickup
100%.
game. It's sort of the pickup game of 4D.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about. Of course, it's no prep, so it's literally plug and play. Not literally, but you get into the session, you come up with it on the fly, and you see what happens.
I just saw Phil said he said we can start without him if we want. He'll try to be here as soon as he can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine either way.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't have a curfew tonight.
No, we're good.
Me neither. Okay.
The more people hear, the less likely we'll roll for you. Get 7 people in here. Increase my odds.
Yeah.
I really like what Rick's doing because he lays out his thinking. I'd love to pick people's brain. Maybe some of the time I'll pick each of your brains on how you run the game, and because you're taking lots of stuff from your past life, maybe massaging it, but some stuff has to disappear, but other stuff you can still use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Let me get back to that. Oops, not that. Not Firefox. That's not what I want.
What'd you say, Uriah?
Just talking to myself, trying to get stuff put together.
Hey, here he is.
There he is.
Hey. That boy Phil.
FiLtheThriL.
No video yet.
Uh-oh.
He's in the 4th dimension. We can't see.
Yes, Dave. I decided to start at 9:30, and Phil was running a little bit late. We've just been kind of shooting the breeze, chit-chatting.
Well, I still find playing easier, but we'll see if that changes. Because sometimes I'm GMing UNPC. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm on the spot, on the stage, and I got to come up with something, and it's stressful,
Yeah.
And then other times, other games I've played, well, I guess those weren't UNPC games, but other 4D games I played, other 4D games I've GM'd, so easy.
Yeah.
Because the players are doing everything.
Yeah.
Well, one of the, a play-by-post game that I'm GMing, one of the players said, this is the most hands-off GMing I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't even post that much. It's mostly them.
Which ideally, that's what you want.
Cool.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, that's cool. The wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gone. We lost him. Well, we can go ahead. I would say let's go ahead and at least get the list up.
All right.
Yeah.
And just kind of see what we got going on.
Well, here we go.
Hopefully Phil can pop in.
All right, give me a second here.
There he is.
There it is. Master
Phil.
Phil.
Can't hear you,
Good
buddy.
evening. He's in the armory.
Boom, boom, boom.
There you are.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. I'm freaking flipped again.
You look fine
That's
on here.
natural Discord. The Discord standard is to show you yourself as flipped.
Yeah.
It's really
All right.
annoying.
I'm sorry I'm late.
It's all good, buddy.
It's all good.
No worries.
Okay. Good. Right on. There it is. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
I was telling the other two guys
Yes.
before you got here that I don't have Sophie's dice just yet.
Oh,
That's all right with y'all. I'll just roll on my table.
That's what well, I GM last
Fine.
time, so I don't really need to roll, but
Yeah.
it's no biggie.
Have it ready for
Yeah.
next time.
I kind of forgot how to flip everything. Maybe I can just flip this. But then I'd flip everyone else. All right. Well, I guess it can just say no dice. But then my numbers are all reversed like that.
It looks fine to me. If you're on you're on OBS.
Well, I'm sure it
Yeah,
looks
your numbers
fine.
look good.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to look good on my stream, but whatever. Who cares? All right.
Are you live?
Think so.
We were live on Uriah's stream for an hour,
Oh,
telling everyone our secrets without knowing.
oh, good. That was a good idea.
Oh,
What? Okay. What am I doing?
you are flipped, Phil. That's weird.
Oh, I see.
I was like, oh yeah, Adam, by the way, about our secret 4D cult plans. You know.
All right. Good to see you guys over there.
Yes, sir.
Good to be seen.
Boom. Okay. Sorry to the folks at home that my dice are flipped, but I don't care anymore.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. I'll figure that out one day.
We got to get through a different system. That's the thing. Discord flips it. So mine will be flipped for mine.
OBS,
video.
I have to flip it with OBS. I forgot how I did it last time we did a no prep, but I'm not.
Then it'll
I'm
be
not
flipped
remembering.
for ours. It'll be backwards for ours then.
Yeah, if I flip the whole thing, then it would be back. Y'all's would be backwards. But I can just like flip mine. It'd be fine. Well, I'll try and figure it out while you guys talk about whatever. Or how are you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying your role playings?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, it has been,
Glad to hear it.
dare I say, fun.
So I'm involved in a play-by-post with Elf Hunter as the GM.
Mm-hmm.
How are you
And
feeling about it so far?
I already messed everything up. No,
That's
no, I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
I like it.
Can we see
Yeah,
it?
I
Or
was.
private.
Oh,
Can you
I put it in another server. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We should put it in the play-by-post section of the RPG Crusade. I was thinking about doing a play-by-post in the RPG Crusade. That's like we're role-playing that it is a place. Anyone who plays in it is considered to be an elite hacker in a cyberpunk universe, and so it's kind of like a forum almost,
That'd be cool.
where it's like, and
Ah,
then there's like a GM that kind of, if you want to go on a run, then like you take a party maybe if you want.
That's cool.
And he like throws ice at you or whatever.
Dave the
And you
GM.
could kind of like treat it like it's a chat room, but it's, I don't know.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool
I have lots of
idea.
ideas, and then I'm too lazy to do anything. I'm basically worthless.
We all are in
All
our own
right,
way.
so yeah, I do like 1 in 10 of my ideas. It's a bummer.
Well, that's how it goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking
All right.
through my files on my computer, like looking through the years back, I see so many ideas for RPGs
Mm.
that are just really bad. I'm like, I'm just making this, years back. I'm just making D&D over again
Mhm.
but stupid.
I heard somewhere like if you're a writer, then like after you write your first book, you can throw it in the trash and then
Mm.
get working on your second book. Like that's
Yeah.
what writers do because it's probably terrible. But you get a lot
Yeah.
of good experience from doing it.
That's the only way, is just keep writing,
Yeah.
keep producing.
Uriah, you seem like a guy with a lot of hobbies.
Oh, too
You
many
seem
to
like
count, dude.
You seem like a seasoned GM as well, I would say.
I just steal a lot of stuff.
Good.
I absorb a lot, like the stuff that
Yeah.
I watch and the stuff that I listen to. So I just copy everything. And I got a lot of hobbies. I'm looking on my shelf here. I got a stack of RPG books, my collection of playing cards, and like a whole bunch of dice, and my cigars. Like I do too much.
What's your most like deep cut card game you collected?
Oh, it's not even card games. Like they're just regular old playing cards. Like they're I used to do magic, like magic tricks back in high school.
That's cool.
So I've just started collecting cards over the years, and I have some. You bring up hacking. I got these.
Yeah.
You might not be able to see them, but these like maybe cool like hacker looking ones.
Oh.
I don't know. Spent too much money on it.
Like
But
kind of like an ASCII art.
yeah,
cards.
they're cool.
That's cool. Well, I feel like you guys waited long enough for me. If you want to get the no prep ultimate no prep challenge.
Yeah.
Adam, reveal the list.
Let's do it.
Hell
Show
yeah.
us the list.
I gotta find it.
Did I even start my stream? I don't even know. See,
You're there.
yeah.
You should be good.
Well, that's good. It's good to know.
It is, isn't it? I had like 6 people in my chat. Oh, wait, here it is.
I was in your chat, and then I left. I was like, forget this guy.
It's still sitting at 6.
Here's the list.
I've got Dave the GM, Bleak Nick, LSG Dean, Kingmaker.
Do we need a little bumper to bump in here so I can start my video?
What are we doing again?
Oh, have you not started your stream yet? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the
sort of a
4D
soft
thing.
start.
I don't have a bumper.
Role playing in the 4th dimension.
Oh yeah. do 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 do.
All right.
I want to make
Hi, I'm Adam. I'll just do a little intro. That way I know where to cut. All right, ready?
Okay, ready.
All right. Hi, I'm Adam. I'm here with Uriah, Elf Hunter, and FiLtheThriL. And tonight we're gonna take the ultimate no prep challenge.
Yeah,
How was that?
Woo.
excellent.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the list updated from last week. We did military. Uriah did a fantastic job and asked it to be replaced with Stone Age. So there it is in red.
Boom.
Yeah.
First step,
Boom. Sorry.
first step is to pick a GM. Uriah, do you want to do the honors?
Gladly.
GM last time and roll some dice. A D4 should do it.
D4 should
1,
do it.
Adam, 2, Uriah, 3, Elf Hunter,
Let's go. Come on,
4,
baby.
Phil.
Let's do it. It's me again. Heck yeah. How did I know? Sweet.
I also felt like it would be you. I don't know.
Cool. All right, Adam,
All right, let's go.
do you want to pick the setting? Roll for the setting, please.
Sure thing. Here comes a D20 coming at you. Utopia, dystopia.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can do that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. But what sort of tone will we be using? Did you want me to roll? I'll roll.
Go for it, Phil.
Boom. I got a 6. Dark.
Ooh. Dark utopia,
Good. Dark.
dystopia.
Dark, that works well.
Okay.
Goes hand in hand. Another good match.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like an action military.
I actually like the idea of doing a dark utopia. I think that would be if we go sort of like in a kind of like a sci-fi direction, that sort of thing.
Yeah, like a veiled dystopia.
Yes, I think that could be cool. So the premise is you all are citizens in a utopian society built on a space station. Think like white walls and that sort of thing.
Are we on a generation ship?
I'm unfamiliar with that reference. We're gonna go yes.
Generation ship is like you're on a deep space vessel that's going through the stars, and you raise a family there because otherwise everyone would die before they'd ever made it. So you bear children to create the crew.
Sure.
You know?
Okay, that could be kind of cool. I'm thinking more so. I said space station, right? Maybe space station. Like think like a giant, like a giant space station, like a proper, like it's basically a planet. Like might as well be a planet, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that. Can go lots
Are
of
we
ways.
gonna play?
Oh yeah, system.
Easy D6 then, or?
I'm cool with that. We can do easy D6.
We could. Yep.
Works
I'm
for
fine
me.
with it too, of course.
I just read it today, so
Nice.
good to go.
So it's sort of sci-fi as well, but we're gonna be stuck in this kind of habitat place.
Sort of. Like it has all the accoutrement that you need to survive. It's very, very sanitary, that sort of thing. The happiest place on earth, that sort of thing. That kind of vibe.
Oh, interesting.
I think it would be cool if everybody came up with like an NPC, like a connection, somebody that they know or are like good friends with on this ship. It couldn't be each other, but getting a little bit more skin in the game, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't really know kind of what the premise is outside of the setting. So, should we just go ahead and make our own?
Sure. So
Stuff, or-
it'll be kind of like sort of like not necessarily slice of life, but more so y'all will be uncovering a discovering
like a fish out of water.
discovering the dirt under the rug, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like everybody has a job, going about their day-to-day life, and then you notice the fraying of the edges, so to speak.
I have an idea that would tie our characters together.
Mhm.
What if we're on like a some sort of science fiction sports team that we all do in our spare times? We can have like different jobs,
Yeah.
but like we're friends and we meet occasionally in the sports team.
Well, water polo.
Water polo.
I thought you were going to say basketball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
You missed
Oh,
it.
that'd be.
I was gonna say something like space bowling, but we can do
The beer league is
we
definitely
can do like a
beer
real
league.
thing.
I could do like
I feel
light.
like I like water polo better. That sounds
Mm.
more utopian to me.
it's like underwater basket weaving is not just a joke.
Water polo, okay. And then we all have different jobs.
Yeah, like we all
Um,
have to do whatever. Maybe we're like childhood friends. We just always
Mhm.
really enjoyed water polo together.
That could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we have different ideas about how great this utopia is. I don't know. But like that's what we're doing. That's why we're all together. And then
Yeah,
something happens. I don't know.
I could be a science officer. Trying to think. What kind of science should I be doing? I don't know. It's kind of hard. You know.
I want to have a very mundane job, like a.
I know.
Is that what you want to?
Maybe
I was
that.
just going to
I
say,
feel like
yeah,
we should be very
clerk
different.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I had
maybe I'll be
another
like,
idea.
Maybe I'll be like a tradesman if you want to be like a white collar.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming you want to be the science officer. But what was your idea?
Yeah. My other idea is like the station can only like has a population limit. So when I was born, they like hid me under a
Ooh.
panel in the floor or something.
Like 100.
So yes.
Like
Like,
a
oh, I
real
know.
place in our world.
Yeah. But I don't know if that goes against Uriah's idea of kind of revealing,
Well,
peeling back the wall.
I like the idea. So then we could do something like everybody has an identity card, like an ID card, and you have to scan to get through like checkpoints or something, and you just don't have one.
Mhm. Okay.
Something like that. So you kind of have to like coast along with other people. So like maybe you're really good at making friends, and like, oh hey man, I lost my
Yeah.
I left my ID card in my other pants. Do you mind if I just slip by with you or something like that?
Okay, yeah. Let's do that.
I'm going to be an older guy. I know I just said we were all probably about the same age though, but I'm going to be
You're
an
a
older
coach.
guy. I'll say like I'm the father of your friend, and I just kind of like came along and kept the tradition. I don't know. Like I'm in a earlier generation.
Wait, father of whose friend?
My idea how we're all like childhood friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one that I represent is dead, and I'm his father.
Okay.
You still
That's
play
cool.
with us.
So I just came out to play water polo with y'all, just to keep his memory alive or whatever.
Okay. All right. And if I don't have an ID card because I'm like surplus population, probably couldn't be, science officer or anything like that.
Could be like a lie,
Yeah.
like a Gattaca type thing. Like you could have taken the place of like a dead baby or something. But then you're not living under a floorboard, so I don't know how much water polo people that live under floorboards.
Maybe are you using the dead? You're using the dead son's ID.
It could be like a stolen identity thing.
Oh yeah.
Using my son's ID.
Okay, and you don't know I'm using it.
How would I not know?
Why would it be?
I don't know. I don't know.
The least likely thing. I guess unless I just hate it. I don't know.
Or you gave it to me.
Yeah,
That's more plausible.
To allow you to have like a real life versus like a floorboard man.
I'm the floor man.
I don't want to be a troll anymore. All right. You can come out.
I just want to be like a cashier, like a barista. I'm really good at water polo though, but it didn't pan out. Pro water polo didn't pan out.
No.
Okay.
But I get the group together. I'm the one that is serious about the water polo.
Yeah.
But my career it didn't pan out like the science guy.
I think before I was a scientist, I was working with you. As a barista.
We were, yeah.
There you go.
So Adam, tell me your character again.
I go to work every day, right? So I see the same faces, I make the same drinks, and it's I'm starting to peel apart.
Cool.
I think that's my angle. Not to give anything away. Not to start playing the game already here, but I'm just a regular barista. I'm pretty fit. I didn't quite make it all the way with water polo. We don't have any inner space station. I didn't make the inner space station team.
So I'm basically retired, and I'm going to take like face type skills. I'm going to take the inspiring inclination so I can share my karma. And I'm going to start with 6 karma.
Nice.
That's my inclinations. I'll just do that. That'll be my character. Oh, we didn't pick aspects last time. So we should.
Oh, no, we didn't. And aspects, those are like the one sentence descriptions, right?
Yeah, like little phrases that could potentially spawn a boon if they're relevant.
Gotcha.
I think I'm going to try to make Beastmaster work. Like, I'm a single guy, but I have a dog, and we're pals, and I just have a kinship with animals. I don't know how many animals are going to be on the space station, but
do you want like
That's a utopia?
like a robo dog or something?
do I have to have it a robot?
No, it doesn't have to be. I would just spitball. What's your dog's name?
Somebody fill the dead air while I think of a dog name.
I've decided on my aspects. I'm going to take these old machines. So I was like an old mechanic, but everything's been upgraded to like where I don't even know how to work them. But if it's like an old model, I can potentially get a boon.
Cool.
And also ready to listen. He's always listening.
Very nice.
Ready to listen. And his name's going to be Marcus. Let's do a B. Marcus Boivin.
Mr. Poirot.
Yeah.
Baxter.
Dyson. Baxter, maybe. I'll do Dyson.
Dyson.
Mr. Dyson. Mr. Dyson. That's what people say to me. Collecting my Social Security. So
cool.
Enjoying my benefits. Being in a utopia.
All right, David, what you got?
I'm gonna try and flavor the Warden to work instead of kind of wilderness survival. It's like an urban survival thing.
Okay.
I know I have Trail Finder. I can follow a path. I know the ins and outs of
nice
survival
like
things.
You guys have the time. You can go check under Horizon. Like at the top, we made a list of sci-fi paths.
Oh, that's cool.
Phil, what class is your character again?
I picked one of the Horizon ones.
Ah.
Basically like a con man or like a face.
Sure.
Basically all he does is be an old man that gets in people's business.
Sure.
It's kind of smart.
For my inclinations, I went with Alchemist. Makes sense for the scientist. Dandy, like we were saying, advantage on social things. Kind of use my charisma to get by in situations before I got that ID card. And then lockpicking.
Nice.
To get into places and hide myself. And
I forgot that you get to kind of pick a boon as a face. So,
there it is, the Horizon.
For my aspects, I put studied. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just said he's like an engineer, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the. There's one that I was gonna give to my new guy. It's basically like he has like a lot of shit. It's like random trinkets. He's kind of a hoarder. So like there's a good chance he has some item. Basically gives me a little bit more license to 4D like random tools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just say that I have that. That's cool.
Do you have the face? That's it.
It's like scavenger or something.
Pick an extra skill, you get a boon in. I know a guy. You have a vast network of contacts. Cool.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people, and
Cool.
So I know a lot of the more established older generation guys that have found their ways. Maybe
nice. No, I'm not looking for right here. There we are. Cool. So
I was thinking of something else, so we'll just do that instead of what I'm saying.
Good. And aspects, I put studied at university, refined sense of smell. Because why not?
Sure.
It'll probably help with identification of chemicals.
Sure. How about that dog's name, Adam?
Beans.
Fiend?
His name is Beans.
Beans.
Bean.
Yes.
Cool.
And my inclinations are to be attuned, which is I can fight blind and escape areas of obscured vision, which that obviously helps me out at water polo quite a bit. And I have an Iron Will, which is a boon under mental attack or fear. And
Cool.
also Marksman, which is just a boon for ranged weapons.
Sweet.
I feel like I could pick something up and throw it pretty well. I'm going heavy into the water polo aspect.
Nice.
For my extra skill, I'm just going to take like computers.
Okay. All right.
Everything's automated now. No one knows how computers actually work. Only the old head.
That makes sense.
All right. The name of the colony is called the New Dawn.
New Dawn.
And it is headed up by the Honorable Constable Hendrik Davenport. It's a bit of a hard ass. He's
hard.
He's very much a hard ass.
Where's everyone's name?
Yes. So we got Mr.
I'm going
Marcus
with
Dyson.
John.
David, you said John?
Yeah. Oh, but what is the name? What is Marcus Dyson's son's name? Because that'll be on my
Feel
card.
free to pick it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Marcus Dyson, it'll be Jack Dyson.
Nice. That was my father's name.
Oh, yes.
What about you, Adam? Nick Lewis. I dig it.
Nick. Hi, I'm Nick.
Cool. I'm probably just going to start y'all after a practice session of water polo, something like that.
All right. Okay.
Are we ready?
Phil, what was your character's name again, real quick?
His name is Marcus Dyson.
And you, Elf Hunter?
John.
John.
I call him Jack.
Yeah, his cover name is Jack.
Wait, what's your son's name?
Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack.
Sorry.
I'll just go by that. Okay, Jack. Ready.
I am Jack. So I'm just trying to.
I think we're ready. All right.
You can just start.
I'll kick it off. It is evening on. It is evening on the New Dawn, a space colony in the Andromeda Nebula, several light years removed from Earth, which is now a distant memory. In a gymnasium transformed into a pool hall, we find a group of young lads playing water polo. As a whistle blows loud, the voice of the coach rings out. All right, fellas, that's enough for one night. You played well, and hit the showers.
I exit I take some steps out of the pool, pull myself up. Oh, that's so gay.
With both hands on the edge of the pool, I sort of launch myself out and take off the tight cap and shake my hair open. Say, not bad tonight, John.
I walk towards or I'm on the wall of the pool, using the wall to get over towards the steps that are easy to climb out. Breathing a little heavy to myself. And don't say anything as I get out of the pool. Sit down on the side of the wall and just try to catch my breath as I'm looking at the other two.
Make my way to the lockers and start to open my own locker and put my equipment inside.
I walk to the bench where my towel is and take my glasses and put them on my forehead. Look over to find Mr. Dyson's towel and pick it up for him and start to walk over to his direction.
Sitting on the side of the pool, I look up at Nick and I say, yeah, I don't know, you guys sure are something else. And I slow to get up to my feet. Left knee's bothering me. Take the towel.
I finally take off my goggles and mask and everything and hit the showers. Kind of rolling my neck and winding my muscles.
Patting my face down with my own towel and my tattooed arms and chest with a big lion tattoo on it. Say to Mr. Dyson, you still got some moves left in you? Knee acting up again?
Start to just put the towel around my neck and say, yeah, I appreciate you guys letting me work out with you. I don't think I'm going to be any help in these games you guys decide you're going to start playing.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I might skip them either way. You guys got plenty. Still, it's nice to get a workout in. Tap
Walking
my face, start walking towards the bathroom.
walking into the locker room, the coach wearing an all-white tee, white short shorts with a white whistle, walks up to Mr. Dyson, says, reaches out a hand to shake yours. How you doing, Marcus?
Oh, I'm doing good, coach. Flip the towel over my shoulder.
You know,
Extend my hand, shake his hand.
a firm grip, and he says, you know, I really appreciate you coming around and helping, you know, teach these boys what this game is about. You know, a lot of these young whippersnappers tend to get it in their heads that they know everything. So I really appreciate you. He slaps you on the shoulder.
Say, you're flattering me, but really, I pat Nick on the shoulder next to me, Nick on the back. This guy probably's forgotten more than I never knew about water polo. That's why he's the captain, right? Right, Nick?
That's right.
That's right. He's probably one of the brighter shining stars among this group.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys in there. I walk past him towards the showers.
The coach trails along and says, I wanted to talk to you about something real quick. It's about Jack. He's been very forgetful lately. He's kind of got me worried. Is he doing okay in school and everything? And his university classes?
I walk by in a towel, coming out of the locker. Same moment. Don't pay anybody any mind, and I sit on a bench.
I say,
I politely sort of make my way out of this conversation and hit the showers.
look over at the coach and I say, Jack, huh? Yeah, Jack. I haven't noticed anything wrong with him. What's he been doing? I mean, what are you talking about?
And he speaks in a hushed voice. I figured as much. The higher ups have me needing to mark down the folks who are here for these practices, and I'm supposed to have them all scan their ID card thingies. And Jack, for the past couple of sessions, just hasn't had his for some reason. I don't want to raise any suspicion. That's I know sometimes these younger guys are a bit forgetful at times, so I just wanted to speak to the head honcho.
Back in my day, you didn't need to have an ID card to get in a pool. I guess it was a simpler time.
Indeed it was. Well, if you would just talk to him, I'd appreciate it. And he again slaps you on the shoulder and begins to walk away.
Look at his hand and look back. Yeah. Put the towel over my shoulder and walk towards the showers again. We glance over at Jack.
I'm still sitting on the bench, just flicking through things on a phone-like device. Set it down and get up and walk back towards the lockers.
I'm enjoying the shower, but I end it quick and walk with nothing on to the mirror in the locker room and sort of just admire myself for a little bit.
I look up, Nick, why do you always do that? And I open my locker and start getting dressed.
This is all I got, You got your fancy job in life, and this is what I got.
Standing at the shower, I turn the knobs, get the water going. My towel's hanging over the side. Just letting the water wash over me to get some sort of soothing feeling from the heat on my old bones.
I finished getting dressed quickly, kind of. That's my hand through my hair, turn to Nick. Oh, that's fair enough, Nick. You still getting good shift work, good hours?
Suddenly,
Yeah. Early hours, you know how it is. In fact, I probably should work my way back home, get some rest, and I start making my way to my locker.
Suddenly the lights flicker and flash back on. A voice over the intercom says, "We are experiencing minor solar flare activity. Please excuse any technical difficulties. Thank you, and enjoy your new dawn." Doo-doo.
I say, oh shit, those announcements always freak out Beans. I better rush home, and I'm quickly pulling on my pants and the rest of my clothes.
Turn off the shower and walk towards my locker after the announcement is over.
Kind of smooth out my clothes. All right, Nick, see you around. And I close my locker and head out.
Finish dressing. Put my leather slides on. Say, great practice, guys. See you next time. And head out of the locker.
Get to my locker and I say, "Yep, take care there, Nick." Jack, let me talk to you for a second before you head out.
On my shoulder. Huh? Oh yeah, sure. I walk back towards Mr. Dyson.
Got a little towel wrapped around my waist now. Like wrinkly and hairy. I look over at him and I say, sounds like you're not showing your ID when you come to the pool, huh? Say it in a low tone.
Oh, I kind of rub my temple. Yeah, well, the less amount of times I have to use it, I figure the less chance that they, trace it. But I don't know. Maybe I should use it.
Use it like it's yours. If you need a new one, I know I can help you.
Thanks,
Just
Mr.
use
Dyson.
use it like it's normal. You're drawing attention to yourself. And I shove my towel, shove my towel into like a dirty towel hamper. Start putting clothes on.
Drawing attention to myself? What happened?
The company is asking the coach why you're not scanning in every time.
Okay. I kind of consider this for a moment. Okay. I was nervous about using it, but I promise I'll use it for now. They won't notice a thing.
They're noticing that you're nervous. That's the problem. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I lean back against one of the lockers, kind of halfway sitting down against it. Yeah, I know you're right.
Walking at a bit of a trot to get back to my room, I take one of the corridors that I know has some good vending machines. You can feel my belly. Pick up something.
In the vending machine, the latest and greatest in homogenized food bar products. White packaging, in nondescript flavor.
Kind of running my finger along the window, tracing the options, shaking my head, slide my all-purpose ID credit card into the machine and see what I can afford.
Flashing lights, bing, 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 on the options that you can afford. They're all the same, just differing sizes.
Put my clothes on at the locker. I look over at Jack and say, why don't you come on over for dinner tonight?
I stand back up. Be nice. Hadn't had much of a real dinner in a while.
Anita's making spaghetti.
I feel a slight turbulence. That might have been this solar flare. I don't see why not.
Looks like the bottom row for me. At least I can get a medium. And I punch in the code for the medium-sized, nondescript white cup of food stuff. And grab it after it tumbles down into the tray below.
Beside the vending
Take my ID
machine,
card up.
a digital bulletin board scrolls with different information, and a new notice pops up of a missing persons report. A picture of a scraggly-headed youth, wide, toothy smile, missing since last week.
Standing in front of the mirror now, I got a combing like my wispy, thinning hair, giving myself a nice side part. Buttoning the last few buttons on my button-up shirt. Smelling good.
I look toward Mr. Dyson. Do you ever come by your place later, or if you don't mind, I can just go there straight away. I have nothing to do till then tonight.
I say, do whatever you want, Jack. You're a free man, aren't you?
All right.
I look at him through the mirror.
I pause at the screen and sort of struck by the memory of a missing kid in my childhood and sort of shake my head. I have sort of a silent moment to myself.
Walk over, grab my duffel, and start to walk out of the locker room and towards the exit of the facility.
Walk alongside Mr. Dyson. Not saying anything, just making my way.
Two police are walking down the hallway, both holding onto a young ruffian, struggling against him. So I didn't do it, man. Come on, man. I didn't do it. They're lying. Shut up. Tell it to the judge.
I watch on, but slow my pace so as to not be near that commotion. I wait for them to catch something.
Step to the side, allowing them to walk past, and say, evening, officers. Caught another one, huh?
They give you a hard look and a nod and keep shuffling along.
Shake myself from sort of the bad memory and continue at a faster pace into the sort of a less nice area of the station where I find my humble abode.
Pasted to your front door, a holographic notice a second warning talking about the rules of pets in the residential domiciles. No dogs bigger than 50 pounds must be kept on a leash.
I give it a nice whack with my fist. Not this again.
Start walking back out of the facility, and I say, they're pretty thorough, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I looked over my shoulder. Wonder what that was about. Well, no reason to be nervous, right, Mr. Dyson?
That's right. You can call me Marcus.
All right, Mark.
I hit my button to call my shuttle, my transport shuttle.
After some time,
wait for it to come from its parking spot.
Oh, it's your shuttle.
it slides into place.
You want to ride? Door opens up on its own.
I walk again, so yeah, our ride would be great. I hop into the shuttle.
Slide into the shuttle. Plush fake leather seats. Sit down and say, we're going home to the computer.
I start playing with the computer interface. You got music? I turn something on.
I have like a grimace on my
again.
face. I kind of have it how I like it. Yeah, let me put some music on. I kind of casually lock him out of, lock all the other panels out except for the one I'm sitting at, and put on some old timey music. You like the greats?
Yeah, I like anything. Plead against society. Just
Al Weston?
Oh, hell yeah. Love Al Weston. Kind of bobbing my head as it goes along.
I enter my little apartment and I say, "Come here, Beans." And this big German Shepherd comes up and pounces on me and starts licking my face. I say, okay. That announcement didn't scare you too much, did it? Lights on. And the lights flicker on in my apartment. I say, "Oh, what do we got tonight, boy? What do we?" And I take out my little white container. Say, "Let's see what color it is." And pull the lid off. It's green again. And I head over to my kitchen to grab a spoon. I dollop a few bits of this sludge in a little shiny bowl next to my counter that says beans on it as I give myself a few mouthfuls.
Cruising through the transport tubes towards more affluent part of the city. I say, maybe it's time. Maybe should give me that ID card for a little bit. What's got you worried about it? If I was assured it was is a solid, legitimate
Yeah,
seeming card.
I don't know. I pull the card out of my pocket. Yeah, it's right here. It is good, but I don't know. Just I've done everything without it up till now. You know.
Spent a long time
It's
hiding out. Kind of changes, makes you paranoid, I bet.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Exactly. It's strange just being out in the open. I look behind my shoulder, out the window. Did you see something? Someone following us?
At that same
I'd say,
time, another the lights begin to flicker again, and the transport tube stops. Another
I'm
dun dun on the intercom. We apologize for the sudden activity of another solar flare. Please wait as we solve the problem. Thank you, and enjoy your new dawn.
I noticed the dimmer emergency lights inside of the transport. I say the drink that I was going for as the stop happened is like spilled on the seat in front of me. I say, son of a bitch. The technicians don't know what the hell they're doing. I grab like a towel and start dabbing spilled drink.
I'm holding my card. I look at it. Put it back in my pocket.
Nick,
I take my dinner for the night and place it on the little table I keep next to my couch, and I take my card over to my all-in-one home monitoring and entertainment system and put it in to activate it. And it doesn't work at first, so I take it out and rub it against my shirt and put it back in.
nothing comes up on the screen.
Damn solar flares going with my system.
Dabbing the mess in the chair in front of me. It's also facing me, so it's kind of like chairs that are facing each other. Oh, sorry. And look up and I say, "Can you believe this? These guys don't know how to work anything anymore." I poke my head up and look out the window, see how far the failing systems have affected the habitat.
I say, yeah, I've talked to a couple engineers before. I sometimes wonder if they know what they're talking about, honestly. I don't know.
Oh, they don't.
I try a few more times with my card in disbelief that it's not working. Kind of give it a little pound and say, "What are we going to do tonight, boy? Should we go for a walk? Let's go for a walk." Slip my card back into my pocket. Start putting a leash on Beans.
A knock at the door.
Who's there?
Police, open up.
Beans, hide. And I command my dog to go in a little compartment that I've made under the bed. I'll be right there. Sort of shake the wetness out of my hair and just look around, see if there's any evidence of dog hair and wiping myself instinctively and make my way to the door. Slowly open it.
A flashlight.
Can I help you?
A flashlight glaring into your face.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We heard some noises.
I got the notice. It's cool. I'm dealing with it.
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look around. And one tries to push in. There's two police there, by the way.
Yeah. Is this necessary? Guys, come on.
I'm at the. I speak up to my computer and I say, "Computer, call Anita."
Calling Anita.
At least the comms are working. Hopefully.
Yeah.
The transport's not moving. The solar flares got us messed up. We're stuck out here.
Great. Well, I got dinner on the stove, so whatever y'all figure out, we're ready for you.
Just
you?
keep it in the warmer. No, I invited Jack.
Oh, Jack.
Hi, Miss Dyson.
Hi, Jack. Oh, I hope you're doing good. Sorry you got stuck in a tube again.
Oh yeah, it's fine. We'll be there soon, one way or another, Miss Dyson.
Okay, well, hurry up because we got some business to talk. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I love you, honey.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon. All right. Love you.
Click.
And
Hey, hey, Marcus, if this doesn't get started, in a minute soon, I could. Are the shuttle doors at least working? Because if not, I can try and get us out of here. We could at least walk home.
I say, easy for you to say, youngster. I look out the window. I say, do they have any shuttles coming to help people? Looking down the tubes, trying to spot any emergency response vehicles or anything.
Down the way, a small vehicle is puttering along the way towards the shuttle pod. A man wearing an all-white jumpsuit, wielding a clipboard, sees the stuck pod, lifts up a hand and says, I got it from here. Don't worry. I'll get you out of there in a jiffy. Grabs a key, turns it, and the door pops open.
I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. I guess, is this happening all over the habitat?
Yeah, them solar flares, they're just knocking everything all loopy. I got to run. I got to get to another one down the way. And he hops back on and...
Whoa, what am I supposed to do with my pod? I yell out after him.
You got legs. Use them.
I try to step out.
I say, that's about what you can expect from these engineers. And I slowly get out. Like we can't open a door. I stretch. Standing on the side of the tube. Pedestrian walkway.
Walk around the shuttle to get on the same side as Marcus. All right. Get to going.
I back away from the door and sort of let these guys bully their way in, and say, "Well, make it quick." And I sort of skirt around the counter and grab one of the dish towels and try to throw it quickly over top of the bowl on the ground for Beans' food.
Go ahead and roll.
Lands perfectly, looks just like a fallen dish towel on the ground, blending right in with the other mess of my bachelor pad. And I say, "Sorry, I'm just a bit on edge. Can't watch my shows tonight, you know. What's the deal?
One of the police says,
This happening all across the station?"
"Just another solar flare. These things happen from time to time. They're doing what they can." The other one looks around. "This place is a pigsty. It is unacceptable. There are cleanliness regulations in this habitat. You must adhere to them."
I try to schmooze him with an affable attitude and say, "Come on, you sound like my mother. Hey, is there somewhere else I can hit? Is this maybe the bar down the way? Their TV's working?"
He pulls out a communicator, swipes through a couple screens, and says, "It appears it's this entire sector that's down. Best thing to do is just wait it out." One of them starts.
Well, I ain't waiting it out in here.
One of them starts walking towards the back bedroom, sniffing the air.
Walking down the pedestrian path, just struggling through the pain in my knee, trying to wincing every once in a while. I say, I suppose the walk would probably do me good.
Yeah, you'll be all right, Marcus. Hey, I think that's a panel up there. And I jog up a little bit ahead.
Same pace.
There's a door. Say, this looks like a restricted access, but if I can get into it, maybe it'll be a shortcut. Pull out some stuff from my duffel bag. One is a data pad, a small one, and I have a electrical device. I put it up to the door panel and start typing in some numbers.
Slowly catching up to him, I say, what the hell are you doing?
Trust me, Marcus. I think there's a shortcut this way. If I remember the layout correctly. Press a few more buttons and it beeps. The door opens.
Got my hands crossed over my chest and I say, remember talking about how it's best not to seem suspicious? Slicing through a secure door is probably not the way to do that.
I say, yeah, you're right. Old habits. I put the equipment back in my bag.
I hope you're
Close
right
it
about the
slowly.
shortcut, though. I slap him on the back.
I hope so. I open the door. It's already open. Might as well.
A pitch black room, barely illuminated by
Have
the
my,
emergency lights.
I have my little hand device communicator, effectively a smartphone. Go boop, boop, boop. Got the light flashing in.
Nick.
I head to the front door and prop it all the way open, and in an attempt to hurry along this officer, or at least distract him, I say, "Well, make yourself at home, but not much for me to do around here, so I was gonna go for a walk."
Not so
What you looking
fast.
for?
You're gonna stay right here until we find what we're looking for. We got a report of some barking noises. They sounded out of regulation. So you can either tell us the truth, or we could take you in. What's it gonna be?
Got nothing to hide, officer.
I look around. I think there should be some stairs around here. Look to market. Yeah, I know stairs, but it'll be faster if there's stairs here. Trust me.
The inside of this room.
All right.
The inside of this room is in utter disarray. Test tubes, canisters, shattered, an odd green liquid oozing out all over the floor, and illuminated by a light in the far distance, a stairwell.
Have my light on my handheld. Look around. I say, got a different kind of vibe to it here. Not so much a shortcut, maybe. You sure about this? I know you spend a lot of time in these shortcuts, so looking around.
My eyes kind of dart back and forth as I think. The schematics of the room are similar to what I remember, but yeah, I don't know what all this stuff is doing here. I take a few steps and look around at it.
Why ain't you a scientist now? Walk around, I'm just kind of curiously looking at the ooze and stuff, and kind of sniff the air.
Pungent. The rubber
I smell-
gasket on the door did a good job of keeping it out.
I sniff a few times. That is strong.
Yeah, let's this doesn't seem like one of those smells you should smell a lot. Let's get back to the tube. Back up towards the door.
I pull out my communicator, take a video of the room quickly, put it back, and follow you.
I'm gonna shake my head.
I yell got to the back of the officer and say, I could clean up a bit. You can come back. It'd help your search.
One gives you an odd stare and says, "We'll be back. We'll be back." Both leave and slams the door as he leaves.
I walk into my bedroom and give the whistle for beans. Good boy, wait up, good boy. Let's go for that walk.
So I'm walking out of the door. I say, now why would you go and record all that?
I say, well, oh, you never know. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take this video to work and compare it to my lab and see if I notice anything about it.
I shake my head. I say, this place, New Dawn, you're gonna get by. Probably gonna have a lot easier of a time if you don't go poking your nose in places you aren't invited.
I close that door behind us and start walking down the tube.
Just been my experience is all. Start walking on the tube as well.
A rush of footsteps hard against the concrete as a group of scientists escorted by police are rushing toward your position. Stop! Stop right there! Guns raised up.
What?
Put my hands
God.
up. No problem here, officer.
One of them goes to the panel, opens it up with a key, and deactivates a silent alarm. Closes it back up. Now, what in the blue hell do you think you're doing in a restricted area?
I have my hands up as well. Well,
Yeah, good.
Hold on. I didn't know it was restricted. The door was open.
Officer, we are stranded out here from the solar flares. We thought that might be a shortcut. Our memory was maybe not what it should be. We apologize. We saw that it wasn't what we expected, and we left.
As if the big red letters saying restricted area wasn't enough. Let me see your ID cards.
Of course.
Not a problem.
Snatches Marcus's, snatches Jack's, scans Marcus.
As I said, it's a simple misunderstanding. I'm a very big supporter of New Dawn security forces.
The other police and scientists enter into the room and close the door behind them as this lone officer is scanning the cards. He scans Jack's.
I say you can ask Lieutenant Oslo. He's a really good, close, personal friend of mine.
He doesn't respond. Gives a recognizing look and says, okay, well, you're passing the sniff test. And he scans Jack's card. And a picture.
I say, speaking of sniff, that place smelled terrible. What is going on in there?
I finally pipe up. Yeah, what are y'all going on in there anyway?
That is official New Dawn business. That is, it's none of yours. He scans the ID card again. Says, is there something wrong with this card? A big X, red X, is showing up on his communicator pad.
I give a confident, bright smile Oh yeah, it's been acting up. I was gonna get a new one today actually, but then all the solar flare stuff. Maybe I can get a new one tomorrow.
Go ahead and roll.
Six.
Pushes it back into your chest and says, well, on the double, get it done. And he goes back behind the door, shuts it behind him.
Thank you. And give another unfazed smile. Yeah, of course. Put the card back.
Nick.
I leave the apartment and turn down further into the dumps where I live and scurry into sort of a maintenance corridor of my own, trying to take a shortcut to the promenade and unleash beans and pull up my communicator. That's called John. Type his number in.
Oh. Who's this? Oh, it's Nick. I pull up my communicator. Hey Nick, what's up?
Hey John. A couple of cops are hassling me. Anyway, my dinner was cut short tonight. Was wondering if you wanted to meet me at the promenade. Buy me that dinner you owed me for blowing last week's game.
I turned my volume down a little bit. Oh, I'm all ready with Mr. Dyson. We're gonna do something tonight. Hang on one sec. I cover the communicator. Hey Mark, I'm you know,
Yeah.
Tell him
I
to
don't
come.
know. Okay, I'll ask. Marcus, Nick is asking if we want to come with him to the promenade tonight.
So, you believe this? I'm standing there seething as I'm staring at the cops walk off. I say, you believe these security officers thinking they're somehow above us? Disgusting.
Say, listen, man, I'm just glad to be out of there. Um,
Why you asking me?
it's, I know timing, but Nick was calling. He wanted to see if we want to meet him at the promenade tonight. Well, I guess not. Your wife is already cooking.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to go. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I finally answered it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, I'm with Beans now. We're using one of those tunnels we used to use as kids, so it might be a while, but I'll meet you there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye. I hang up.
I hang up and keep making my way through these musty maintenance tunnels.
Nick,
Say to Beans,
behind the sound of rapidly approaching footsteps and the sound of wind like something being swung. As a police swings a baton at the back of your head. Roll armor.
catches me off guard. I feel the thud right on my skull. And sort of lurch forward and look back and see what was that.
a cop with a smug grin on his face saying, "We're finding out today." And he rears back to give another strike. Another blow to the head. Roll armor.
Cracks me hard, and I fall down on the ground. And in a moment of fear, I command my dog to attack. Say, Beans, kill! Growling and fangs bared, Beans lunges after him for a strike. Beans' fangs tear into the forearm of the cop, ripping right through his soft armor. Blood spurts out.
He drops the baton in shock.
I run for it.
He begins kicking at Beans, trying to get him to let go. And with a swift kick to the side, Beans yelps and lets go.
I keep bolting down the corridor with confidence that Beans will take care of this cop until I can get some distance between me and him. And I can hear the growling and ferocious barking from Beans as Beans goes for another attack. The well-trained German Shepherd continues to snarl and bite and just sinks deeper, ripping flesh from this cop, giving me a great chance for a getaway.
Looking at the cop, kind of glaring at him. I pull out and see what they're doing. Look over at good.
The door is slightly cracked. What is visible, a lot of moving bodies kicking around some of the debris. And the cop turns to you and says, "Mind your own business," before shutting the door behind him.
I say to Marcus, "Hey, sorry about that. By the way, I had to make a split-second decision. I don't know. I just went with Nick. I didn't mean anything by it."
What? Oh, that you're going to the promenade?
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I mean, well, I'm offering spaghetti. I'm sure you young guys got better stuff to do. I turn around and just start walking down the tube, same direction towards my house. My residence.
I catch the last sniff of the aroma from that room. Think I recognize that smell. I'm not. Let me see. Let me think. 5.
Rot.
I follow along with Marcus. This is strange. It's like something's rotting in there.
Yeah. Those guys all seem official, so
Yeah,
just
but
like I said before, you don't want to go sticking your nose where it doesn't belong in New Dawn.
all right. I resign my thoughts to myself, poring over it in my mind as I keep walking.
Not like you can move, right?
Yeah. We're here. New Dawn.
I
It
type. Go.
despite myself, I just say it out loud. But it smelled like, I don't know, almost like a carcass or something like that. It's just bizarre, you know. Sorry, I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
I don't know. Some of these, it just feels like the security forces here kind of turned on us almost. You know what I mean? Just walking down the thing. I wouldn't put it past them that they're. I don't even want to say it. Don't know who's listening. You know what I mean? Gesturing to the tunnel.
I look around. I don't see anything. Well, maybe you're right.
About my handheld, and I call up Lieutenant Oslo before. Send him a message, or give him a call.
A voice.
Let me see if I can figure something out.
A voice calls, responds on the other end. This is Lieutenant Oslo. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, how's it going, Bobby? It's Marcus Dyson. You remember?
Marcus, Mr. Dyson, it is such a pleasure. Oh, I haven't heard from you in ages. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm doing well. Actually, I got kind of caught out in the tubes with this most recent solar flare, so I'm
Oh,
having to hike a little bit.
I
It's rough
bet
on the
that has
knees.
done wonders for your old bones, sir. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I was I look over at John, and I say, uh, we were going through the tunnel and we smelled something. It smelled like something dead over at let's see, we're at junction 757 going towards Uptown. Anyways, you're the only guy I know. So I was just wondering if there's some kind of experiment going on out here or something. It smells maybe like, I don't know if it's something dead or some industrial thing. Or...
Sector 7-5, and his voice cuts out. A robotic voice says, "We're sorry. The area you are in is seeming to have technical difficulties, possibly from the solar flare. There is nothing going on in Sector 757. Have a good day and enjoy your new dawn."
I look at Marcus. I didn't feel the bump.
Yeah. Turn off the phone. I say, never heard that message before. It's oddly specific.
As soon as you said Sector 7-5.
Say it again. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Start walking a little bit faster.
I'll do my best.
The lights come back on. like
Oh,
sunlight.
would you look at that?
The pod door closes. Continues.
There goes our pod.
I think you're muted, Phil.
I press the button on my key as it flies by.
There we go.
That's strange.
It continues. The
Did you
lights.
press the key?
I pressed the button. Yeah, of course I pressed the key. Go ahead.
Nick.
Still pressing the key. Right.
Confident that Beans can handle himself. I'm still sprinting through the tunnels that I know so well, having snuck through these since I was a kid. Still bumping up against the walls, slightly dizzy, perhaps concussed, sort of reaching the back of my head and checking 2 or 3 times for wetness. And I finally shoulder my way out of the exit door and try to prop it open with the near trash can in case any Beans need to exit this way. As I look upon the hustle and bustle of the promenade.
A sea of people filling the streets as the power has been turned back on. A vast crowd.
What the heck was that all about? I'm looking back at the door and still interested in keeping the distance, and I look for someplace I can clean up the blood. I find a retro arcade and walk my way past some of the games and entertainment systems where you can still use your hands to play. Looking for the bathroom.
Past the cabinet containing a PlayStation 5. The men's restroom, pristine and white.
Go in the bathroom and start getting red spots all over the porcelain as I do my best to clean up and check my shirt, make sure there's no evidence of a melee. I gotta call to John as I clean up.
John.
I keep up my pace, walking along. Just looking around. I pull out my communicator and watch that video again.
Something in the green. An arm? A leg?
Say, wait a minute, hang on. I stop. I look, I pinch in a little bit. Oh. Hey, Marcus.
Yours is working. I walk up to him. Catch up.
Yeah, look at this. What does that look like to you? I point at the limb.
It's like a lot of like green slime in there. Hold on a second. And I pull my glasses out of my pocket, put them on. I look at them. I look over at John. I don't know. Take off my glasses, put it in my pocket again.
Kind of cock my head, like, you don't. Doesn't it kind of look like an arm or a leg or something? Am I crazy?
Yes, it kind of looks like an arm. Say, look
I
around at the tube, noticing like the ads are starting to go across again. I say, power's on in the tube. Can't believe you put that on that device.
I was like, yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's safe from the network. I'm kind of handy with this stuff. Probably. Oh, second thought, I flick it off, just in case. Put it away.
Dun, dun. Will Lieutenant Oslo please come to the constable's office? Lieutenant Oslo to the constable's office. Thank you.
I'm still cleaning
That's
up.
a bit ominous.
Go ahead, Nick.
That's your friend, right? Slow?
Yeah, that was the guy. I just called him. Just like keeping my pace.
I keep my pace as well.
Maybe you shouldn't be walking with me right now. I don't know. I might be. I don't know. I just get this feeling I'm about to get picked up.
I don't say anything. I keep walking, looking straight ahead.
Say, can I see your device?
I look at him. I pull it out. I hand it to him.
Take it. I say, yeah. Why don't I hold on to this? Here, you can use mine. I give him mine. You can call me. You can find find your number in there. I guess you probably know yours. Anyways.
Yeah, I take it from. Yeah, I got it.
Pat him on the back.
But I pause for a moment. I don't really need it. You can hang on to it.
You never know. Might get
Yeah.
separated. Who knows?
Yeah, sure. I'll put it in my pocket. Keep walking.
Nick.
I'm almost finished cleaning up. I got my shirt off and around on my shoulder, and I pull my communicator out, kind of tuck it in my other shoulder as I'm sort of wetting the redness on my collar of my shirt, trying to call John.
The phone or the device in my pocket, the handheld is buzzing. And I pick it up and I say, I guess this is Nick calling.
John?
I hit the button. Hello?
John? John, is that Mr. Dyson?
Yeah, it's Marcus. Hey, Nick. I'm surprised the reception's so good here. Look over at Jack. I thought the solar flare was affecting the comms for a minute there.
Solar flare. I got my own problems here. Is John there? You with John?
Yeah.
Here, hand it to me. I grab it. Yeah, it's me. What's up?
You wouldn't believe what just happened.
If you're running late, it's no problem. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make it.
I furrow my brow. Wait, what's going on?
I just got attacked by a cop. They've been acting. Doesn't make any sense. They've been acting real weird, hassling me more than normal. One of them just smacked the crap out of my head in one of the tunnels.
What? Where? Can
Um,
can you
I'm
can you send me like an encrypted message of your location? I'll be there.
shit. That's right. I shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm still cleaning up now. I'll send you my location. But look, I don't know if I can go back to my place tonight.
Yeah, good thinking. Don't do that. Well, I won't say over the phone, but anyway, yeah, just send those coordinates. I'll come be with you. I'll help you out.
Okay. Hang up the phone. Sort of wring out my shirt and put it back on and start sending an encrypted message to John with my location.
Let's
Look
see.
over at John and I say, or Jack, and I say, what the hell's going on?
He was saying,
He's in trouble too? Or?
yeah. I lower my voice a bit. He was said some cop smacked the crap out of him. I didn't get all the details, but something's going on. Let me see. I think his location is going to pop up in a second.
They do that. He doesn't do anything. He makes coffee for a living, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I know. I'm swiping through. It's not coming.
Well, maybe the solar flare's messing with the comms again. So you're walking down the tunnel.
I'm walking. I don't know if I believe I don't know.
You think the solar flares aren't real now?
Honestly, Marcus, yeah.
I'm shaking my head.
A message, bling, on the communicator. An encrypted location from an unknown number.
Oh, here we go. This should be it. I open it up. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see where he's at. Let's just keep going down this way for now.
The location is not at the promenade.
Yeah. He didn't make it to
all these little cloak and dagger things you're doing. You're just gonna draw more and more attention to yourself here. You know that, right, John? Taking videos.
Yeah, but I don't know. Can't leave him there. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just going to see him, right?
Nick, your message still hasn't sent.
Checking my phone and seeing that it hasn't gone through. Risk leaving my hiding spot and leave the bathroom. Phone in hand, sort of keeping an eye on it, the status of the message, as I sort of walk, trying to find better connection. Walking out through the arcade, one eye on my phone, one eye on the lookout for cops as I get into the promenade proper. Damn technical difficulties, I say to my phone.
Enough of this stuff, I say as I'm walking down the tube. Punch in. I take my my device back from Jack or from John, and dial in like a ride service.
Please scan your card.
Put my card in it.
Hey, I extend the phone back to Marcus's phone back to him. Here, maybe we should split up from now on. I don't want to get you involved with anything with that might be going on here.
Well, I don't want you to get in trouble because of me either, so seems like a good plan to me. If you need anything though, just send me a message, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Don't do this encrypted stuff. Just call me. Say things if you're in trouble. Say something about how good the spaghetti is.
Okay, spaghetti. All right. And
Like
I
how
keep
good
walking.
it is, you know. How good do you like? How much you like spaghetti?
How much I like it. Got it.
If you say you hate
Right.
spaghetti, then I'll be like, oh, you're really in trouble because I know you like spaghetti. But if you say you like spaghetti, then I'll come and find you.
Yeah. All right, I got you.
Said you're going to the promenade.
No. He must have not made it all the way there. Well, he said he was attacked, so I'm not surprised he's somewhere else.
Well, if anyone knows
Yeah.
how to hide around this, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Friend probably needs you. If you need a spot to lay low, come by.
Yeah. I'll call you if
But
I'll let you know.
leave that thing the hell away from my house. Point at his device.
Yeah, of course. All right.
I look at the progress on the ride request.
5 minutes away.
I'm just gonna sit here. I think there's a bench nearby, about 10 feet up the tube.
I keep walking down the
sit
tube.
down with a groan.
All right.
I'd lose that video if I was you.
All right. I pull out the coordinates again. Okay. I pull up the video, hit delete.
Trying to avoid having to use my card to access anything, lest I let my location be known. I sort of scuttle into one of the airlifts that has some people on it and go to the second floor of the promenade, and on the balcony I sort of lean over on the polished balcony and look over the view and keeping an eye on police activity as I'm checking my phone to see if that message has gone through. As I wait for the message to go through, I swipe to another app I have that sometimes can help me tell me where my chipped dog would be. A rough location.
The location is static. At the place where where Beans was last left.
Something in my gut twists. I gotta go check on him. And I head that way.
There are two
Sitting at
cops
the
trailing behind you.
I'm sitting at the bench, waiting there. Looking down at Jack as he keeps walking.
Walking away, I pull up the coordinates. Okay. I look around. I think there should be a passage this way. And I make my way into a side hallway.
Marcus in the bench. A man sits down wearing a clean military uniform. The voice says, "Well, hello, old friend. Fancy seeing you here."
I say, is that you, Lieutenant? Look around.
A blank
It's been a while.
a blank expression on his face. He says, "Indeed, it has been quite some time. I was troubled by the things you had revealed to me on the telephone call we just had. Would you mind coming with me? I wish to discuss this with you further."
Look at him and I take a moment, look around, try to spot any other disguised agents. Nothing comes. Seeing nothing, I just kind of go, what if I said no thank you? I got some spaghetti waiting for me at home.
Oh, I do love a good pasta dish. But unfortunately, friend, I'm afraid this is not a request, but a command.
I nod to myself. I pull out my device and cancel the ride. I say, well, I'd be happy to join you, Lieutenant.
Splendid. He lifts his
Always
communicator.
happy to join an old friend, Bobby.
Quite right.
Stand up slowly.
He stands with a rigidity and presses a button on his communicator, and a police vehicle pulls up in the police shuttle pulls up. Right this way, old friend.
Happy to comply. I'll walk over to the shuttle and step in. You know, I've always been a supporter of the New Dawn security.
And we appreciate your support. Jack?
I shoot a.
Keep walking down the hallway. Make a turn. And make another quick turn. Following a map on my communicator.
The hallway towards the end is dark. The lights are out. And the screen of the communicator starts to go buggy.
Smack it against my hand. That freaking thing work. Try to memorize the rest of the map real quick.
At the end of the hallway, silhouetted in shadow, is a tall form standing.
Hello? Who's there?
I'm sorry, son. Are you lost?
No, I was just making my way to see my friend. I take a step back.
Well, I am sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. This is a bit of a restricted area, you see. Please, come this way.
Oh. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, boss. And I make a run for it. Back where I came from.
Heavy footfalls follow in pursuit. Smacking
Panting.
against the concrete.
I pull out my communicator and try to pull up Nick's contact as I'm running.
Noticing the two cops behind me, I try to make my way over to the other side of the promenade, crossing sort of a narrow bridge, and head towards a clothier filled with very bland items, various off-whites, and feign interest in a rack of hats as I kind of rotate around it to get a better look at these cops that may be following me.
In the clothier, perusing through a rack of fine suit jackets, a voice speaks. It says, "Oh, I see you are. Are you a purveyor of a connoisseur of fine headwear?" A man in a lieutenant's outfit.
Slowly turn around. And, do you mean hats? Look,
Yes, if that is what the youths are calling them today. My apologies. My name is Lieutenant Robert Oslo. I do believe I am a friend of Mr. Marcus. Yes, Mr. Marcus Dyson. You are on the water polo team, correct?
Some would say I am the team, yes. And I look back over my shoulder again at the cop activity, but continuing this conversation as a good subterfuge. Friend of Mr. Dyson, you said?
Indeed, an old friend of his. He's an old friend of mine. We worked in the same line of business, you see. Computers. Nasty business. Too complicated, I say. I must say, you seem to be in need of some medical attention. That looks like a nasty marking on the back of your head. Might I escort you to a local medical facility, please?
happy to be sort of involved in this conversation naturally. My posture relaxes, and I say, yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I think I might be concussed.
Oh, and we do not want that. Not for a young athlete as yourself. Please follow me. And the two police officers pass by, ignoring the store.
I put the hat back on the rack and fall in behind him and say, lead on.
Marcus.
I'm sitting in the shuttle, watching Lieutenant Oslo. I say, what is going on, Lieutenant? I'm sorry, Bobby.
Not to matter. Not to fret, old friend. Just a bit of nasty business with these solar flares. It's unfortunate. Always messes with folks, but we'll get things squared away in no time, and I assure you things will all be fine and dandy.
I gotta tell you, Bobby, what I'm talking about is, why are you taking me in this shuttle? Not to my wife and home. Where are you taking me?
All will be revealed soon enough. He pats you on your leg.
Sure. Do we have to be so mysterious, Bobby? It doesn't. It makes me nervous. I'm just gonna tell you. Come on, you owe me one, at least one, right?
He gives a coy smile and continues to drive in silence.
I pull out my communicator and tap on it, try to get some kind of signal through it. It's locked out. Just throw it onto the chair. Relax. Look out the window.
Jack?
I pull up Nick's contact in my phone and press it. Come on. Come on, come on. I turn a corner as I wait for the connection to be made.
Sort of lean into my down on my luck demeanor with my disheveled appearance and say, you know, my citizen status hasn't been the best lately. I'm not sure I can afford this service. But, you know, Mr. Dyson's basically family. And look, if you just spot me this one time, you know. Tell you what, if you do, drinks on me at Happy Brews. I'm a barista there.
You are indeed. And a vibrating ringing from your device. It's Jack.
One second. And I answer the communicator. Jack?
Nick. I'm huffing and puffing into the receiver end of the communicator. Someone's on my tail. I can't meet you right now.
You okay? Are you running away?
I'm not okay, Nick. I slip and fall for a second, pick myself up and go around another corner.
What the hell is going on? Can I help you at all?
Lieutenant Oslo chimes in.
Jack?
He says, "Is something wrong? Do you have is there some distress?"
I keep running, my heart beating almost as fast as it will go. I'm not saying anything, I just keep breathing into the phone.
Mr. Oslo, I'm not sure. This has been a crazy day. My friend here is in quite a bit of trouble too. I'm not sure what to do.
Well, where is he? I'm sure that I could get this all cleared up.
I keep running.
Where
Look
are
over
you?
my shoulder. I was on my way to the promenade. Look, Nick, someone's chasing me. Whatever you do, just be careful.
Yeah, I got my own problems here. I'm actually headed to the hospital with one of Mr. Dyson's old friends. He's going to take care of me, I hope. And I sort of give a look to Mr. Oslo, egging him on to agree.
A big cheeky grin. Of course.
I keep running. I make my way back into the tube. I look behind me. I don't see him anymore.
John, what's going on?
I was on my way to you. Someone, I couldn't tell who he was. He said I was in a restricted area. Gonna take me in or something. Who are you with right now?
Mr. Oslo. One of Mr. Dyson's old work buds.
Really? Marcus was just talking to him. I look up and down the tube, decide to take one way and start jogging.
Well, look, we're headed to the urgent care. Meet me there, I guess.
Okay. Well, it'd be good to see a friend of Marcus's. Hey, did he say anything about his phone cutting out? Has his connection been working?
Mr. Oslo?
Yeah, well, we called him the call cut out.
One second. Put the phone down. Mr. Oslo, I think have you talked to Mr. Dyson recently? He's been trying to call you.
Oh, I haven't spoken to Mr. He pauses. His face goes blank. Oh, yes, we were having a conversation. Something odd did happen. We must have lost connection from the solar flare. It's inexplicable, unfortunate.
John, yeah, it's the solar flare stuff. There's been some issues.
Okay. I guess that sounds right. Hey, I'm gonna save my battery for now. You said where are you at again?
I'm on my way to urgent care. And I'm with what seems, a respectable man, so I think I can be a little bit more loose with my communication now. Cops seem to have not been on my tail anymore.
I finally start to catch my breath again. Slow down. Doesn't seem to be anyone around me that I see. All right. Well, in any case, I got to save battery, so I'll call you when I'm close. Bye. I hang up.
Bye.
The pod, the shuttle slows to a stop outside of a nondescript building, and it opens up. He says, "Right this way, my friend," to Marcus.
Before I get out of the pod, I say, just am I about to end up in some sort of green pile of goo, Bobby?
Green pile of goo. Have you taken
Yeah.
a hit to the head or something?
No, not me.
It'll only take just a couple of minutes. We'll get this cleared up. We just want to ask you some questions, is all. Clearing up some questions about your son, Jack.
Of course. I get out of the transport. Straining. Studying Lieutenant Oslo.
Methodical movement.
What would you why were they calling you before? I heard the announcement.
Oh, just a bit of politics. You know how it is. Constable Hendricks being his usual self, barking orders and bossing people around. He just needed me to take care of some hoodlums who were roughing up some other citizens.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out to come pick me up.
Well, of course.
Do you want to come by for dinner? I get some pasta.
I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. He gestures into the building.
Follow along. Walking ahead of him.
Massive white room, empty, save for a single chair sat in the center. There is a table next to the chair with some syringes and a small vial of green liquid.
Say, is that my chair?
Indeed, friend. Have a seat.
Start walking towards the chair.
He pulls out his communicator, taps a couple buttons on it. All the lights dim, and a single spotlight hits the chair in the center. What I want to know is why is your son's identification card in the hands of an individual who is not your son?
I see. I have a seat in the chair. I say, Well, maybe there's some sort of mix-up in the administration office when the card got renewed or something. Who's got my card exactly? I don't even... Who's got my son's card? Is someone pretending to be him?
He rears back and smacks you in the face. Do not play coy with me. We know more than you know we know.
Spit out a loose tooth. I say, well, you care to let me in on a little bit of that knowledge? Should know better than anyone. This isn't the first time I gotten smacked around a little.
Footsteps from behind. A voice from behind.
I look behind me.
Lieutenant Oslo. Our colony is built upon processes. And these processes are vital to our survival.
What the hell's going on here?
The first Oslo speaks. He says, "We know you have been harboring a fugitive in your quarters. Someone who somehow slipped between the cracks. We need to know where he is."
Hardly a fugitive.
What do you mean? He's been coasting off of other people's hard work for months, years even.
He works hard enough.
Yet he
Maybe you just your processes can't account for it.
Nonsense. Our processes are perfect. How do you think we've survived for this long?
And yet here I am in the chair. Something must have escaped your attention.
And we are here
Anyways,
to remedy this anomaly. You are going to tell us where he is.
Oh, well, I don't know where he is at this point. He said he was going to meet his friend.
Jack.
I continue making my way down to the care unit. I said, oh, I pull out my phone again. Oh yeah, I scroll down to Marcus's contact. Press the number.
I look at my communicator and Oslo's hand. I say, probably my wife. I'm late for dinner.
Oslo taps the button, holds it to you.
How's it going,
finally.
sweetie? How's it going, sweetie?
Hey, my spaghetti sucks. How's yours?
Pretty bad.
Mine's just mild. You're bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I continue walking. Tell me where you are. I'll come help you out with your spaghetti.
I don't think that's such a good idea. It's probably going in the trash.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll eat somewhere else.
I just look at Bobby.
I just hold my communicator in my hand, away from my face, thinking about what I should do.
I press the button on my communicator to end the call, or try to.
Put the communicator away. I make a mad dash toward the care unit.
Padding along behind Mr. Oslo as he leads. Sort of a low throb beginning in my head. Try to chat him up a bit. Say, Mr. Dyson used to be one hell of a water polo player. But we really don't ever talk about work, so I'm not really sure what he does.
Mr. Dyson is, he never spoke of what he did when he was in the workforce, was he?
Not really.
Well, we were in a computer. We were in technology together. He was quite the whiz with technology, as it were, before it all became God over everything. Just this way. We won't go to the... if it's all right with you.
Yeah, about that. If it's all right with you, maybe you could just sign me in as a guest. Like I said, my status isn't the greatest, and maybe just get some quick treatment on the down low. That'd be great.
You are concerned about payment, affording this service.
Yeah.
Oh, that is no problem at all. He holds out his card. Says, I am a lieutenant, and I get all my medical services for free, so you're on my dime.
Right on.
Any friend of Mr. Dyson is a friend of mine, so right this way, and he cuts down an alleyway.
Got a little skip in my step as I'm looking forward to some free treatment. Something's going my way, finally.
He pauses and says, go on ahead. Wait for me, though. I have to take this. And he takes a phone call. Says, I understand. And hangs up the phone, puts the communicator away. Plans have changed. You are no longer needed. He reaches into his jacket, pulls out a slug pistol, and aims it at you, Nick.
Whoa.
Fires 3 shots.
Dead.
I'm able to dodge the first 2 as he clumsily aims at me. But the third strikes. And I fall limp.
Mr. Dyson, you know what comes of those who do not help progress the New Dawn forward.
I've spent a lot of my life trying to progress the New Dawn. I say as I'm looking at him. It sounds like you know everything. I don't understand what you want from me now. You know that the man I've been sheltering is not my son.
I want him here. He's not supposed to be here. I want him here so we may dispose of him as he should have been disposed long, long ago.
I can't do that.
Very well. He attempts to grab your right wrist.
He breaks it. Like, is this what progress is? You're gonna kill me? I built most of this place. The man you're hunting, he's probably one of the best scientists on this stupid hunk of junk.
All anomalies must be eradicated. All of this can go away if you simply tell us where he is.
I know where he is. I just told him to stay the hell away from me.
Very well. He grabs the syringe, raises it high.
Damn you.
Brings it down into your arm.
Still like seizing, like green froth coming out of my mouth. I just like shut my eyes and collapse into a heap.
Jack.
I hear 3 gunshots echo throughout the corridors. Oh shit. I stop in my tracks. I can see the care unit from here. I approach a little closer and look down to the left and to the right, both corridors.
Standing at the end of each corridor is a man. The same man. The form of Lieutenant Oslo.
I say, Lieutenant, and I turn. Oh. I back away slowly.
Behind you, another Lieutenant Oslo. Come now, son. This will all be over soon.
Oh. I turn around. I see him. What's going on? Who are you people?
We are what makes the sun rise each new day. We are what makes the world go round.
No. This can't be. I look around as the other 2 Oslos come in closer.
And what you are is an anomaly that must be destroyed.
No, I'm Jack Tyson. Damn it. I pull out my card and show it to him.
We know the truth. We know who you are. And one of them pulls out a gun and holds it to your head.
I turn around, try my best to make a break for it.
Go ahead and roll.
2.
The 2 other Lieutenant Oslos grab you by your arms. And they hold you. This is nothing more than something that should have been done long, long ago. John, you were never meant to be. This is just making things right. We apologize for the inconvenience that you have placed upon our people, and we hope that you have enjoyed the new dawn. He pulls the trigger. Go.
I clutch my chest. Blood squirts out. Fall to my knees. I have no words. Just stare at the Oslo with indignation and collapse to the ground.
The Oslos all stare at one another with silent approval. Mission accomplished. Yes, indeed it was. I concur. And that's where we'll end it. Let's go ahead and get everybody back in here.
I changed it. I'm doing Neo Tokyo now.
Nice. That was the slowest
Good
burn
job.
I think I have ever done.
Same here. Oh my god.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was nervous at the beginning. I was like, man, I'm not doing anything exciting really. I don't know where it's gonna go. But it ramped up. It ramped up for sure.
Yeah. It was super slow burn towards the beginning, really because y'all were making all your rolls. So like, you made your deception rolls and your all that sort of stuff.
I got to be an inappropriately naked old man in a locker room, which is what I've always wanted. That's like what I aspire to be as an old man.
That's peak 4D.
It's a power fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Turns were a little long at times. I think we kind of got into the cycle of like one person took a turn a little bit too long, or I didn't kind of direct things how I could have or whatever. Maybe direct is not the right word, but one person took a turn that was a little long, so I overcompensated with the next person, and it kind of created the cycle.
Turnflation.
Yes. Yeah. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
Did y'all I didn't mind it.
Mm.
I don't know, but what did y'all think? Inflation too much?
It could have gone.
I think it would have been better if there was less, but it's fine. I had a good time.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's important is I had fun. Yeah.
What was that, Adam?
Because you guys were 2 and I was 1, so I was trying to jump in at parts, but it did help when you just said Lewis.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. I don't know, I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah, we kind of got a little bit loosey goosey there, which made for some cool
Oh, the
moments.
I was a B plot anyway.
Yeah.
I like the whenever you're doing dialogue, you let them go a little longer.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was torn between doing like I kind of leaned on the clone thing, or like I guess that was kind of what I was going for. But I was debating like, do I do like a Soylent Green thing? You know, where the Soylent Green is people, like the food is people.
Was green. Green was involved.
It
Yeah.
was Soylent Green. I ate it, and my dog too.
Mhm.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot yours was you ate green.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, here's a shortcut.
Mhm.
Are you sure it's not a lab where they're birding people in vaults of acid? He's like, oh, yeah. It was the Vata acid lab. That's why I remember this one.
That one. Yeah. I tried making it the accent kind of I tried to make the accent consistent between them so that it sort of communicated the idea that it's the same person.
Yeah, I'm glad it was sort of, I guess, the same person.
Yeah.
Is it when he sits down at the bench, I'm assuming this is the lieutenant?
Yeah.
But and it was, so I didn't want to make it the lieutenant. I
Right.
just wanted
Yeah.
I wanted to be right.
Mhm.
I didn't want to 4D it.
Yeah.
To be inappropriate.
Hmm.
Well, even if you say, "Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Oslo," you know,
Yeah.
you could be mistaken.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true. It's like, I don't look anything like Oslo. What are you talking about?
There you go.
I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it, Uriah?
It was
Slow burn.
yes, super slow burn. There were a lot of times where I was feeling like I should inject something, but how to do it without feeling like it's kind of not bull crap, but like, you know, because if I did like these creatures start attacking people or something like that,
Right.
that might be a little bit too jarring.
less-
Yeah, and I
That
thought
would be dark.
I thought about doing like a kidnapping thing where you're all brought together, but y'all kept rolling super high. It's sort of avoiding.
What were we rolling about? What were we rolling?
When y'all were talking with the cops, and you were like,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
like when
Yeah.
when Elf Hunter's character was, you know, explaining why his card didn't work and that sort of thing. I was trying to get it to be like, okay, we're gonna have to
he's
bring you in
critting
for
it.
questioning. So
Yeah.
but such is life. It's
It felt
Mhm.
like I don't know if I'm saying the right director, but like a Ridley Scott sort of like slow pace to it. You know?
yeah.
The right guy.
Yeah.
What's the prequel to Alien called? I forget what it was called.
Prometheus?
Prometheus. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
felt a lot like
Yeah.
that sort of pacing.
That was the prequel to Alien?
Yeah, Prometheus.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
Wayland Industries or something.
Oh, okay. Duh.
Wayland Yutani.
Cool.
Anyways,
Did
I
it feel
liked it.
utopia? It felt. I was trying to seed like a utopia, dystopia thing with like the access card, like
Mhm.
turning on my entertainment system and getting me up the lift, and as like a.
I would say it was more
We're
on the
taken care
dystopia
of.
side, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like,
it
yeah.
sort of leaned and I tried kind of towing the line, you know, the happiest place on earth, but it's because they just kill all the people who don't agree with them.
Yeah.
you know.
It works so good.
Mm.
100% satisfaction rate.
Yeah. It's like what's that movie? Hot Fuzz.
At least that's what it says on the surveys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's pleased. Great job, Evan.
Cool. Yeah. That was fun. That was interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, I like the part where I'm calling Adam's character, and I'm like, wait, who are you with? And like Jack almost connects the dots, and he's like, oh, you're with this trusted person. That's good.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, I really liked how Adam was like, "Oh, great! I'm so happy I'm with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's about to help
Yeah.
me with this wound issue I have."
I thought about
That's great.
having him like speak kind of loudly so that Elf Hunter's character could hear his voice over the phone, so that there could have been this cool like
Yeah.
Nick, don't trust him. That's, run away quickly, that sort of thing.
Yeah, if any of us heard any of the other Oslos on our phones, we would have figured it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. I don't know if I've played other sessions like this where everyone's like calling back and forth.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's always lots of drama when everyone's calling on their phones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I liked it because it didn't it relieved that whatever pressure to try to get together.
Yeah.
Even though it was kind of trying to happen, it was fine.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It all worked out. I had. Go ahead, Phil.
I was gonna say I've been. That's kind of been my. I don't want to say crusade, but like what I've been focusing on is this whole idea of like metagaming pressures where you have to, do the thing where we're a party or do the thing where, this is, we're on the phone together. I need to find some way to get the other player to know that I'm with Oslo because then the twist is revealed to my partner. Like that's like a player urge. It's not like an in-character urge. So I'm trying something I'm trying to eliminate from my own game.
Yeah,
because I do that too.
And
like I did it in this one where it was like for some reason I reverted into some badass. Like I never intended to play some badass. I'm getting like punched in the face. I'm spitting teeth in the guy's eye or something.
Yeah.
Like, you think I've never been beaten to death? Like, you haven't. You're an old man that
it kind of
work on machines.
Yeah, it kind of struck me as fun because it caught me off guard. I'm like, yeah, he grabs your wrist and it breaks. Like, oh shoot!
I wanted to make it. I was thinking he was like a cyborg, like some kind of robot.
Yeah, that was kind of the phase.
I was like, he has super strength now.
Yeah, I wanted to mention like there's a seam on his face or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know why I broke my wrist. I just felt like it would be cool.
It was cool. So every time there was an Oslo, I was imagining this cartoon character. Have you guys heard of Symbionic Titan?
No.
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 He's this big guy. He's really big, but he's like square shaped and has glasses. Anyway, I'll show you a picture later.
I just Google it.
Oh yeah.
Metagaming.
I'm looking it up now. I remember that thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've never seen that before, but I get the image. Is what I'm
It gives that vibe for some reason. Yeah.
Cartoon Network, man.
I saw him as a very human-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it turned into like the agents from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like at the end.
Yeah.
Phil, I don't know if this was a metagaming. It felt like a pro move.
Yeah.
I'm curious as if it was intentional, but you had a particularly long conversation with Elf Hunter, and then you managed to work my character's name into it. Like, oh, weren't you supposed to meet Nick? Which made a very natural segue for me to take my turn. Was that that was slick?
Nah, it's not intentional. It's just
Okay.
one of those cool things that happens when you roleplay
Sometimes
good.
cool stuff happens.
Cool
I
shit
tried
just
to-
happens when you roleplay, right? Like it's weird.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's almost like it solves everything.
I don't know
It's
if this
like
counts
that's
as
all.
metagaming, but like there were times where I was trying to like again the metagaming urge to connect us, if
Mhm.
not like actually in the physical setting, but like, oh, these are tunnels that I used to run around as a child
Mhm.
with John. Like
Yeah.
that helps me get into the zone.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like metagaming. It feels
I
like
didn't feel
I'm
like you were in the same tunnels we were. I just thought you were
no,
like in
but just like
shitty tunnels. We were in the
yeah,
good
yeah.
tunnels.
We
Yeah.
were just kids that we know the tunnels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of
in my
feel
head.
kind of feel bad for Nick. He just got murdered for just having a dog in his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Yeah, like I guess they took you out because I mean maybe it was the dog. I don't know, but like you're part of the water polo team.
Mm.
Oh.
So maybe
Yeah.
like you were contaminated by association or something.
I just
Yeah.
thought I was sort of a
It is
fringe
kind of
character.
unclear why you were killed.
Yeah, I
No
kind
gotta
of
no
follow
one's
the
gonna miss
rules,
a
man.
barista. They're just
Yeah,
gonna
I guess-
replace it with another guy with tattoos. It's like no one will know.
Yeah.
I guess like harboring a fugitive dog
I tried
means you should also be turned into soup.
I tried making it
For some reason.
apparent that it was sort of a like scoundrels and that sort of thing are being whisked away. Like there's no space for
Yeah.
hoodlums and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Hmm.
I just happened
Yeah.
to have a connection to the other group through this
Yeah.
water polo thing.
That's interesting because, like, one of the main things that was kind of like the Lynch. I guess the point of my character is that the technology has kind of surpassed the need for
Mhm.
maintenance in humans.
No.
So just like let's get rid of all the slightly undesirable.
Yeah.
Just enjoy our 1,000 people
Hmm.
and take care of them like pets.
Our four
That'd
and
be
no
cool.
more.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
In my mind, the real Jack Dyson was turned into Soylent Green,
Yeah.
right?
That works.
You ate Soylent Green. You got Soylent Green from a vending machine.
You ate, Jack.
Oh, that could be the name of the movie, Soylent Green.
Let's call it Soylent Green.
There you go.
It's awesome.
Cool.
Let's do what we should have done in the last NPC and let Uriah replace the setting.
Okay, so we
Do you have any
did.
hot ideas?
We did. Oops, that's weird. What's going on here? Can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why. I just.
But you
lost.
are. I don't see your video.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what just happened. OBS is still here.
Fortunately, I'm
And-
presenting a text
I just-
file, Excel file.
Do you not want me to pull it up? I figured that you wanted me to pull it up.
No, you're good. Let's see what happened.
No, I did. I was saying
Okay.
that was fortunate.
Oh. Okay, well, that sucks. There we are. Okay, we had Utopia, Dystopia.
You change it to New Dawn. It's an
Yeah.
existing setting.
Oh shoot.
Holy crap! What? It's the first time ever. No.
0% survival rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna die in this game.
Yes. Yeah. That's just the name of it's. You're probably gonna die. Easy D7.
It's all.
Let's go.
It's also in 5D.
Yeah. Let's see.
Excel humor.
Let's do sword and sandal. So kind
Alright.
of,
Interesting.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give us an excuse to play Mithras.
There you go. Everyone read the whole book by next
Yes.
week? No.
Yeah.
Mithras.
At least read Imperative. That'll get you most of the way there.
Just read it.
I'm currently going through
Should
Imperative
be.
right now. It's actually kind of cool.
And Easy D6 is cool. And
Yeah.
what was the other one you showed
Something
me?
I
right?
noticed that none of you did was spend karma.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest, I technically metagamed at the very end
Yeah.
because I could have used karma and I was like, it's time to die. It's been like 2 hours.
Yeah. We went a little long on
I was
the tooth
happy
there.
you opted to die.
Yes. Not that
Yeah.
it was a slog or anything, Uriah. It was great. I'm just
Mhm.
saying,
Yeah.
it was reaching the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the
it was
dark
getting there.
tone move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Other than that, I was rolling sixes all night. So.
Yeah, you did
Yeah, you were.
incredible.
Everyone was rolling 6s.
hmm
Mhm.
Hopefully the
I
next.
think I rolled 2 6s.
There were a lot of just like.
Luckily,
Go ahead.
you took 3 shots. I dodged
Yeah.
the first 2. I don't know if that played out right. for
Well,
that.
honestly, I forgot to have my Sophie's dice on my screen, because I was making some just random rolls behind the screen to try to get some creativity flowing. All 3 of the shots were actually misses. It was like a 2 and a 2 and a 3, or I think something like that.
Your point blank
Yeah,
should have just been dead.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
it worked out though.
That was
fun.
the slit the throat in Wild Hell moment.
Yeah.
There ever was one.
Yep.
I haven't seen that one. How many episodes are in Wild Hell?
2 episodes.
2. Okay, I'll check that out.
Spoiler.
Just like
That's all right.
just like Brick not kicking the grenade.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I
didn't learn that.
I saw that. I'm like, no way. That's awesome. I just had to make that video.
Mm.
I feel like the last time we did a Ultimate No Prep, I had like a lot more to say afterwards that we didn't put in the stream. So I'm trying to think like, I don't want to regret it again.
Well, I remember that last time.
How'd you feel?
Well, I remember that last time you had made mention of, for me, for GMing, not feeling like I have to say something, even though it's round.
Yeah, you did a lot better.
Even though
it's
a lot better. Yeah, even though it's round robin, I don't have to, inject something. Just let the
you did really good at letting the players push the setting around,
and I think
like travel through.
Yeah, I think that's why it took so much longer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I tried being a lot more hands off.
I mean, I think it was great. So I don't.
Cool.
I think that it really nailed the tone.
Yeah. I love the slow burn.
Yeah.
I do too. Again, at the beginning, I was wondering is this going to be good, and then, about halfway through, you're like, oh, this is good. This is good. Keep it slow. Keep it slow.
I'm gonna give you the spaghetti.
That was a great conversation.
Yeah.
Spaghetti conversation.
How's your
awesome.
spaghetti? Mine sucks.
My spaghetti is really bad. Like, oh, you want me to help you? I'm like, no, it's going in the garbage.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you understand that I was saying I was about to die?
Yeah, I got that.
All right, that's cool.
I think my character is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of dumb, I guess. But yeah,
He's a scientist. He's not street smart.
All right.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of both, I guess.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right.
Interesting conversation.
I love like doing the things like that where it's like it's almost like foreshadowing.
Mm.
Yeah, it like almost always pays off.
Yeah,
for some reason. It's like it gives you a little lever to pull, and
Mhm.
I don't know, cool.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the issue with that one was the longer turns, like you said. Like
Mhm.
we should. So typically, what we do is everyone just gets one turn,
Yep.
like normally. But when you're in different scenes, like you kind of get
Mhm.
2 or 3, but it shouldn't be like 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Turns, I mean, like where
Yeah.
you are, what you're doing,
Mhm.
and then a GM reaction.
It's kind of like sort of similar to like the vampire game where it just kind of got there was a little bit more leeway given.
I would say it was very similar to the vampire game in that way.
We should that would be
Would
a
you
fun
say-
one to put in the list. I think it could be fun.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Would y'all say if it gets to be like, 4 or more turns, you should another player should feel okay to kind of jump in, interrupt?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I-
tough because a lot of it, like you said, was conversational.
Mhm.
So like it didn't feel like it felt like the conversation was just naturally continuing.
Yeah.
And it
If it is dialogue, you're supposed to like let it go a little bit longer because it's not like you're going up an elevator and going to a balcony. And
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
yeah.
It's like
I
I didn't. Yeah,
you're
I
doing
didn't.
like a minute worth of dialogue. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I didn't feel
And
like
then
put out at all. I didn't feel like I was missing turns out at all. In fact, the opposite. I felt when I took a turn that I should have taken a longer turn. So when I would do something short, and then there would be a silence. I was like, "Crap! Should I keep going?"
Silences are strangely long when you're playing.
Mhm.
They just feel really long.
They feel like
The
forever.
last time we played, I stalled on a bunch of my turns
Mm.
with you guys, the military one. So I was trying to concentrate on not stalling. So I would get something out a short turn, but then I would stop. So it felt like a stall afterwards. But if you guys like, I was happy to take a short turn, like you said, to avoid turnflation. But
Mhm.
I don't know
Mhm.
what you felt.
I think everyone should take slightly shorter turns than we did. I would say, but I
Yeah.
had a good time. Like it's a slow burn game, so
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
it's more okay. I would say to do those longer scene type turns. But I don't know.
And plus you don't want to
Nitpicky. I'm being nitpicky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great.
you don't want to interrupt the conversation too much and then you come back to that same conversation. It's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
So
But I do
balancing act.
whenever I'm hearing another person's turn, I do like to find those spots that I think will be like narratively cool to switch scenes. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
And then I'll steal it.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, now I'm gonna do my turn.
I wanted to do that while you were being interrogated, Phil, and
Yeah.
just call you,
Yeah,
but it worked out. It worked out.
yeah, it worked out.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
I gotta hop off here. It is 1:30 my time, and I gotta be up at 4 to go to work.
Good game, friends.
Yeah, buddy.
Good game.
Good game.
Did it.
You guys.
You'll
This
take
has
care.
been 4D role playing.
This has been an ultimate no prep challenge.
Yeah, buddy.
Take care. God bless.
Have a good night.
Good night.